Welcome back, geeks, nerds, and fans of everything in between. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of the Tree of Geek, Days of Future Geeks,
Part 2.
This episode is kicking off the year of 2025. Can you believe that we're already into our third year of this podcast?
It seems like 2024 was just a couple minutes ago.
Well, in this episode, we're going to take a look at the upcoming year and what it holds for us in geek culture, movies, games, television shows, you name it. We might have it on this list. Who knows? So join us. We're going to get into the hype here. We're going to figure out what the heck is coming and what we are and are not very excited for. I'm going to tell you right now, there's a few that I'm really excited for, and there's a few that I really, really can't wait to get it over with.
And that's the beauty of things, that you love something, somebody else says that's stupid, vice versa. So this is a wide, broad range of geekdom for everybody to go, oh, well, shit, I had no idea that was coming out, you know? So, yeah.
I like it. So, disclaimer, we're not going to hit every single thing that's coming out in 2025.
No, we picked out the big ones, the ones that are probably going to make money, the ones that are going to make the headlines, the ones that are going to be on the popular streaming services.
The ones that might bomb miserably. We're going to dive into this, but before we do, Michael, what is new in your world of geek?
And I got a lot of stuff.
I'm ready.
But I'm going to go really, really fast.
Okay, I'm ready even faster.
Because I have noticed when I've re-listened to these episodes at work sometimes, because, you know, why not?
Let me guess, the first 15 to 20 minutes?
Yeah, it's just us rambling on. And I know some of the stuff is kind of outdated, but it is what it is. So the newest thing, today I watched the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Skeleton Crew. I'm not going to dive into any spoilers for this. I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I know some people are afraid it's too kiddie, but I mean, it's about kids. It's about kids going on an adventure. I'm an 80s kid. You're an 80s kid. We love the Goonies. There's the obvious, you know, comparisons between the two.
How are the comparisons that people were calling it Goonies in space?
There's that banter with the kids. There's that sense of adventure, that sense of longing to want more. Is
there a truffle shuffle?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
We can hold out hope.
Secondly, Madam Web's, there was a star in there. Well, I don't know if you want to call her a star. No offense to the actress, but Celeste O'Connor, rather. She was also in Ghostbusters Afterlife, the first remake, but she just got cast in Scream 7. We don't know who she's going to be. This is, of course, coming on the heels. You know, they're filming right now. I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot, remake, requill thing. Coleman Domingo has confirmed with news sources that he is in talks with Marvel Studios. Nobody knows who he's going to play, but there's a big, you know, push for him to play Kang.
Oh,
you know, so we'll see. So and that, you know, if nobody knows, Jonathan Majors is getting married to his current girlfriend.
And I also saw that the charges against him, I guess, were dropped.
Most of them. I mean, some of them were. Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, he still got guilty on like 2 things.
I was gonna say, now whether or not he's a good person, that's up to you to decide.
The defamation thing or something. I don't know. Whatever the other half.
But he's not coming back.
Probably not.
I highly doubt Disney will bring him back.
Yeah, probably not. And neither's Conor McGregor. I don't think he's gonna fight again either. For all you sports fans out there, ooh man, he's getting hit hard.
Why?
Because of some assault that might have happened a couple years ago in Ireland. And he's getting hit hard for it. So, yeah, it's not just P. Diddy that's getting in trouble. Harry Potter, the HBO TV series. So everybody's like, who can play Severus Snape? Apparently, they're looking at actor Papa Asidu from Gangs of London, of which I've never seen. The Substance, I watched that the other day with Demi Moore. That is one crazy horror movie. I recommend if people want just a what the hell am I watching horror movie that's got good graphics, amazing acting, just some nut shit in it. Watch that movie. Creature Commandos. Right before you got here, I watched episode 1. It was pretty funny. I recommend people check that out. By now, sure more of it will be out. Not really a geek thing, but Emily and I started watching The Rookie season 1.
Hey, that is a great show.
It's got Nathan Fillion. I mean, he's going to be in the new Green Lantern. You know, he's been in plenty of comic book stuff. I figured I'd throw it out there. And final thing, I went to the Pennsylvania Ren Fair for their Yuletide Fest with Emily and some friends of ours. It's like a Charles Dickens type thing, the way they set it up. Got to go in the Mount Hope Mansion. It was cold, but not as cold. It wasn't windy that day. Like right now, there's like a fucking fucking squall going on outside. I don't know. I don't like it, but it was fun. I recommend anybody go check out the Ren Fair. You don't got to dress up. I didn't dress up this time. I normally do. I was like, man, it's too cold. I'm not wearing I'll freeze my piggies off.
Danae has never been there.
Don't take her.
I want to go.
Blindfold her and say we're going.
I think it would be a great time.
Your kids would love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dress them all up as Brave 1, Brave 2, and Brave 3.
Get my 9-year-old eating one of them giant turkey legs.
Oh, yes. What about you? What is going on with you, brand new, spanking new, in your world?
Well, brand new in my world. Just last week, we took the kids to go see Moana 2 in theaters. While it was pretty damn good, it was not the original. I mean, I know sequels very rarely live up to the predecessor.
We can't all be Lethal Weapon 2.
That's true. They really lean heavy into the Polynesian mythology and folklore in this one, which I thought was pretty interesting the way they did it. And all in all, it was a very enjoyable movie.
Did you see in New Zealand, their parliament, which is like our Congress, or whatever? There was they started that their dance they do. I don't even want to name it because I'll say it wrong.
So I read that they.
Did you see the video of them doing it?
Yeah, there was some law they were trying to pass, and I guess the Aboriginal natives it
was going to damage their.
Yeah, they didn't like it. Yeah. They completely disagreed with it, and then in protest they started doing their dance. I can't think of what
dance or to see a dude in like a lawyer suit, like a Congress suit,
well,
like
and then
a business
different
suit,
people kept joining in on it. It was
and they're throwing the hands up and stuff. That chick looked mean, dude. Like she looked nice, but she looked mean.
It was cool.
Hats off to them for
definitely
standing up for their people. Hell yeah,
definitely holding their roots firm. That was great.
It was amazing. It's hard to cut in there.
No, it was worth it. Next on the list, I have Lady Gaga. Has officially been announced as joining the cast of Wednesday Season 2, which I also read has recently started filming. So we should be seeing that, from what I'm seeing, late 2025.
And Joaquin Phoenix is taking over for Uncle Fester, right?
Not even funny. Because if they break out in song, I'm done.
Did you watch The Joker yet? Did you fast forward through it? No?
I clicked through it, but I don't think I watched like more than a minute straight. I
there was a couple chunks I watched like 2 or 3 minutes, but I was like, okay, I get the gist.
Man, and that ending. Okay, moving on. Another casting call. Joe Manganiello, or however you pronounce his name, one of the biggest geeks in Hollywood.
Cal Seed from True Blood.
Oh, he was in True Blood. You're right. He was also Deathstroke
for a minute.
For 30 second end.
What's he cast in?
He has accepted the season 2 position as Mr. O in One Piece.
Oh yeah. I did know about this. I forgot. Oh no, it's good that you brought it to my attention. Hell shit.
I mean, if you don't know how we feel about One Piece, go back to season 1 and listen to. Don't go back to season 1.
No, listen to it. It's all right. I mean, we're funding our feet. I'm looking forward to season
One Piece
2.
in a month late or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it was a fantastic show. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and honestly, I didn't think I would.
It was before we were planning on doing finales.
That is true.
When they actually land.
So to have somebody like that join, I'm pretty confident that he's gonna bring something great to it, because he's just a good actor. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And he was married to Sophia whatever for a while.
Yeah. Then she divorced him.
Yeah. I think it was over the man cave.
I think it was about over having kids, actually.
That could have been it, too. Because he wants them, or she does?
I heard that he wanted them, but she wasn't ready yet. But then she divorced him and then got pregnant. But this isn't ETV. I don't know.
That is rough.
Like he was, I don't know. People can go read their People magazine to find out the scoops, or the Star magazine at your local grocery store.
Well, moving on. Disney has dropped their live-action Snow White trailer. I watched it.
Hi-ho!
I have so many things I want to say about it, but we'll save that for later because it's coming out in 2025.
But the trailer's out.
And finally, my absolute top new and geek, Silo Season 2. I've been watching it.
It's been rocking hard so far, man.
When this episode airs...
And yes, I said just like that. My Silo has been rocking hard.
I heard you. When this episode airs, we will be, I think, 3 days out from the finale of Season 2. I'm, I think, 3 episodes in to Season 2 right now, and it is flowing with the book just like Season 1 did. So I'm really, really looking forward to see where this goes.
Episode 4 comes out tonight, doesn't it?
The 6th, tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow. So yeah,
sorry, tonight's the Lions game. I
yeah,
forgot.
and the Flyers game. You know what? I want to see the Flyers go against the Lions
on or off the ice.
Baseball. In the snow. No, they'll play cricket. But that's all I've got. Hopefully you're watching Silo.
If rugby would be the middle sport.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
yeah, fighting and a football-like thing. Yeah. But yeah, if you're not watching Silo, I strongly recommend go catch up on season 1. Take your time. And then watch season 2. Apple TV. We talked about this before. They are absolutely crushing the sci-fi world, and then some. Like, look at Ted Lasso. And
yeah, Ted Lasso's amazing.
Who do you think?
Liverpool.
Who do you think's doing better right now? Apple TV or Amazon Video? Because Amazon's had some pretty solid.
Amazon has, I think, more choices.
I mean, look at
Apple
like,
does.
They had, I mean, like the big names. Like they had Lord of the Rings. They had Fallout. Like,
probably Amazon.
You think so?
I think Amazon's making more money.
Well,
yeah.
Righty. And
is that it? You got more?
And Apple has Severance. But no, yeah, that's it for me. I'm ready to dive into this if you are. We're only at 13 minutes, so that's like our fastest intro ever. Woo! And by the time I edit this, it should be down to like 12 and a half.
Right on. Well, now you have to edit even more because you were talking even more.
That's fine.
That's fine. Fine.
All right. So how we're going to do this?
We're going to go back and forth. We're going to start with January. I'm going to talk about the first property coming out in January. You're going to talk about the second, third, fourth, bing, bang, boom. We're going to go back and forth on this. I'm going to tell you what the title is. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis, maybe a couple of cast members, and then we're going to talk about our excitement level. Do we give a shit, or are we like, hell yes, I want it right now?
And here's the thing. Some of these we don't know a lot about yet. Some of them we do know some about. We're not going to go into like insane detail like we would on this
is not a 3-hour long podcast.
Right. And I do regret to say that a certain movie franchise is not going to be in this year. So I'm going to do my best not to bring it up. It was in every episode last year. But
I'm pretty sure there is something this year.
Well, that's not on the list, is it?
Yeah, it's on the list.
I didn't see it.
Well, I mean,
I'll cut all that out then. But okay.
No, don't cut anything out. We don't cut things out in this podcast. Maybe we do. I don't know. We'll see if it pops up. All right. So anyway, let's start off with the year January. That's usually the first month.
Start off with the year January?
Yeah. The year, the month, the day, the week. Yeah.
What's first in January? Tell me.
January 5th, 2 days before my grandmother's birthday. Rest her soul in peace. Anne Rice's Mayfair Witches Season 2. Based on Anne Rice's Lives of the Mayfair Witches, Season 2 of the Mayfair Witches continues the journey of Rowan Mayfair, played by Alexandra Daddario, after she unwittingly gives birth to the demon Lasher. I guess that's a spoiler for me because I didn't watch all the first season yet. Played by Jack Houston, she is determined to understand what has become human or monster. Or has he become a human or a monster? You know, I'll still finish the season. It's one of my bedtime shows. Are you excited at all? Have you watched any of season 1?
No, I know nothing about this show.
I think it's like an MGM.
Maybe it's a good time to say that if it is a season 2 or a sequel, there may be spoilers. Just throwing that out there for, the previous season or movie.
Yes. Well, might be spoilers for any of these things that we talk about, since I just spoiled that. My bad. Like I said, Alexander Daddario plays Rowan. Jack Houston plays Lasher. She does have a friend. Wow, I don't even know how to even say this name. Tungai Carissa as Cyprian Grieve. What is Cyprian? Wonder what the background on that baby name is. Harry Hamlin as Cortland Mayfair. Oh, he used to play on LA Law back in the day. Ben Feldman as Sam Larkin, and a bunch of other people. There's a bunch of Mayfair witches. There's like 50 witches here. It's basically a story about a lady who learns that she's a witch and what her family history is with the witches.
I like the bottom one here. Franca Potente as new character.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah. She's pretty powerful in this show, though. Like, she does something in like episode 2, and I was like, damn. Like, she didn't even like try to do it. I was like, oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'd say my excitement level, only because I've seen half of season 1, and it has taken me a little while to get through it. I'm going to give myself a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Only because I've seen it and I have to finish it.
So now, does this take place? Just
Modern
the way
time.
it reads. Oh, it's modern time. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, the way it read, I was thinking like colonial days or something.
No, it's like in Louisiana or something, though.
Okay.
New Orleans,
Well, As of now, I've got to say I'm not excited because I don't know anything about it. But after reading it and doing our notes for this, I got to say it does sound like it could be interesting. It almost sounds
I
like
just wish it moved a little faster.
Well, it almost sounds like
slow-moving.
a southern version of like the Jersey Devil.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
ish. But moving on, coming up January 10th, we're looking at Goosebumps Season 2. No, not Jack Black. He's in something else. Goosebumps Season 2, The Vanishing begins when twins Cece and Devin Brewer are sent to spend a summer in Gravesend, Brooklyn, with their divorced dad, by the way.
Of course. Yeah.
A threat is stirring, and they quickly realize the dark secrets are among them, triggering a chain of events that unravel a profound mystery. We've got David Schwimmer as Anthony.
David Schwimmer, he's still doing things?
We've got Sam McCarthy as Devin. Jaden Bartels as Cece. Anna Ortiz as Jen. Elijah Cooper. Galilea La Salvia. Francesca Noel. And I'm sure lots of other people. This, I got to give it like a 3. I watched the movies.
Did you watch season 1 though of the TV show?
I did not. I watched
with Justin Long.
I watched it all the time as a kid. I read a lot of the books, and I've seen the movies with Jack Black, but I've not seen this new series.
Well, the last season, it was about these kids and the dummy.
Yeah.
That comes back to like the ventriloquist thing.
Always hated that book. Yeah. Always hated it.
So it wasn't like separate episodes of like different things going on. It was one through long story.
So like each season's a book.
Yeah, it seems that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Emily and I watched it. It was okay. I had issues with some of the dialogue. It was fun for a while. It kind of got boring. Like we kind of lost interest.
Okay.
Which makes my interest for season 2 a little less. But then I'm like, okay, it's completely different kids. It's a different person.
It's almost like American Horror Story. They changed the whole plot for the next season.
I mean, we're getting another divorced dad. I don't know why kids have to always move to a new town with a divorced dad or a divorced mom or something.
It's like
broken
Disney.
Married. Like, why?
Look at Disney.
Why can't they show up with their good parents to actually listen to the kids? For God's sakes, write something different.
Yeah, but in Disney, one of the parents is always dead. So, except Moana.
I give this a 4. I'm not. If you think there's a horror movie guy be more excited, I guess around towards the end of the year I'm sure we'll run out of other things. I'll be like, there's nothing on. I'll give it a 4.
I am glad though that they're not just doing the mask, the Goosebumps story with the haunted mask that like sticks to your face.
Oh, the girl, yeah.
That's the main focus of everything Goosebumps. Every time they do a reboot, it feels like. So for them to go a different route and go the dummy, I'm actually okay with that. That feels like a fresh. I know it's not, but like a fresh take on it. You know what I mean?
Ventriloquists are kind of creepy sometimes.
They are. They really are.
Yeah. January 17th. Wolfman. Blake and his family. Oh, another Blake. Yay. Blake and his family are attacked by unseen animals and in a desperate attempt to escape, barricading themselves in a farmhouse as the creature prowls the perimeter. As the night stretches on, however, Blake begins to behave strangely, transforming into something unrecognizable that soon jeopardizes his wife and his daughter. So we got Christopher Abbott as Blake, Julia Garner as Charlotte, Matilda Firth as Ginger, Sam Yeager as a supporting character, and another giant list of supporting characters. I know the trailer's out. I have not watched the trailer for this because I don't want to be spoiled. I like werewolf movies, and I'm always hoping there's a really good one around the corner. I just watched the one with Jon Snow in it. It was boring as hell. The Beast Within or something. And I thought it was a remake of an 80s one. It wasn't. It was just like, is he a werewolf? Is he not? Cool visuals at the end. So like, I'm hoping this one isn't so bloody boring.
Do you think Julia Garner is going to play the wife or the child?
I don't know who Julia Garner is, if that's an adult or not. Yeah. That would probably answer my question. Okay. I don't even know who Christopher Abbott is. But I'm going to tell you a 6 though. I'm slightly interested. My interest is peaked.
Okay. So I gave it a 4 out of 10.
I'll wait till around spooky season to check it out.
I gave it a 4 out of 10 because even though I'm not into horror movies, I do like a good suspenseful movie sometimes. And I've got this thing for, cryptids. So
I guess I should have typed up what studio this was from and maybe who the director was.
It's probably Lionsgate. So
then that drops my like if I knew it was Blumhouse or Blumhouse, however you say it.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, okay, yeah, man. Like, oh, is Fede Alvarez doing this? I'd be like, oh, okay, is this Del Toro? Like, who's on this? So we're hacks and we're frauds, and we should have put that information out, but
that's okay.
It's fine. So how about something else that's coming out in January? Or I guess, were we on February now?
We're about halfway through January.
Well, then I have this one out of order then.
Well, you suck.
Damn, dude,
okay.
I really suck. I wish this is why I don't get paid much for this job.
We get paid.
You don't get a paycheck.
January 11th, we have Severance Season 2 coming to the big old Apple TV. Season 2 will explore the aftermath of the events of Season 1,
Obviously.
including Mark's discovery that somebody might still be alive.
What?
And the mystery of Lumen Industries.
Dun,
So,
dun, dun.
if you watch Severance, well, if you haven't, why haven't you? Because if you're listening to this, you probably listened to us.
You should probably. It took me a minute, but dude, just do it now.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's
fact, Turn
slow.
off our podcast right now and go watch one episode.
It's slow paced. Well, you can wait.
Okay.
It is slow paced in the beginning, but I think around episode 3 is when things really start to fall together.
Just the end of episode 1 piques my interest.
Yeah. It's such a fantastic show. I can't believe it's from Ben Stiller, of all people.
Dude, he's a legend, man. He's a comedy legend. He's a writing legend. Like, he's great all around.
Yeah.
As far as I understand.
Well, season 2, I'm excited because season 1 ended on a pretty solid high note / cliffhanger.
Oh, John Turturro. Oh, man.
Oh, I know, right? But yeah, we come back to Adam Scott playing Mark Scout, Zach Cherry playing Dylan George, Britt Lower as Helly Riggs.
Helly, you don't hear that name very
You don't. When I first heard it, I thought they kept saying Kelly, and then I had to look it up.
Put that on my baby name list. Wonder
Helly?
if she'd swing for that one.
Helly.
Yeah, I'm starting to put a list together for baby names.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Tremel Tillman as Seth Milchick. I could not stand his character, and that's a good thing because that means he plays it really well.
So good.
Jen Tulloch as Devin Scout Hale, and a lot of other people.
Whoa.
I'm looking. Hold on. I'm scrolling down. I'm scrolling down.
Is it Ditchin or Dishen?
I don't know. I didn't care for Ms. Casey that much, but all right, there we go. There's the good ones. John Turturro as Irvin Bailiff, Christopher Walken as Burt Goodman, and now can I say a whole bunch of other people?
Sure, like Patricia Arquette.
Okay, a bunch of other people. But we do have some new cast
Gwendolyn
members.
Christie.
Yes, Gwendolyn Christie is joining.
Dude, John Noble's up in his piece.
I can't wait.
Man.
I cannot wait to see.
He's getting older, man, but he's still just such a good actor.
So they did a brief teaser of season 2 where
and I stayed away from it.
It was one of those things where like, oh, it shows him walking down the hall, but as he walks by, like the words kind of appear behind him of like season 2, Apple TV coming, and there were a few new faces. I don't recognize the big names there in what I saw, but it's potentially going to be phenomenal.
You didn't recognize Bob Balaban?
No, I did not see.
No offense to Mr. Balaban, but
it's
I don't know more. Balaban.
But yeah, Severance season 2. Go freaking watch season 1 and get ready for 2. It is phenomenal. I rank that right up there with Silo right now as my top.
I'm at a 9.
Oh,
yeah, we can give 10s here. I'm very excited for it. I'll give it a 10. I'm extremely excited for it for season 2.
I had a 9 written down, but yeah, you're right. I would give it a 10 because I am ranting. I am very excited to watch it, so why not?
All right. It's really nice that you got to do that one because I get to talk about on the 24th, we get Star Trek Section 31 with Emperor Philippa Georgiou is tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets. She also must face the sins of her past.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. You get Michelle Yeoh as Philippa Georgiou, and she's, the leader of a Terran Empire who from a mirror universe, and I'm sure they're going to give you the whole spiel when she comes, the whole first episode is probably going to... I think this is a movie, though.
Exposition dump.
I think this is an actual movie, if I remember correctly.
I don't know. Talk about it and I'll Google it quick.
Along with her, you're going to get Omari Hardwick as Alok, a Section 31 agent with a strategic mastermind. Casey Roll as Rachel Garrett. Oh shit, that's the future captain of the Enterprise C from the episode where they go through the rift. That's pretty awesome. Sam Richardson as Quasi, who's disinterested in the delusion of utopia. So yeah, you're going to get a bunch of different people doing a bunch of different agents things here. And so Section 31 is like Star Trek's versions of like the special ops, behind the scenes type people.
It looks like it is a Paramount Plus movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought, made for TV movie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're calling it TV movie. So yeah.
Oh, and apparently that Quasi guy is a chameleoid, which is the same species that was introduced in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. That's when they were quoting Shakespeare. Now,
did you watch the trailer for this one?
No, and I won't.
It's playing right now on IMDb, and
that's cool.
Just from the little bit I'm seeing without audio, it actually looks like dark, but also really, really good. Like it looks very high quality. We'll put it that way. Like
Yeah, it's definitely going to go off of that Star Trek Discovery, which was kind of dark at times, sleek and dark, like that black sleekness, like a wet black type of look. You know, it's I've seen screenshots.
The very first scene I just saw in the trailer saw a boot stepping in what looked like a puddle of oil or blood. So I mean, obviously they're going to go a little dark.
Well, Giorgio's been when she was the leader of her empire in the Mirror Universe. She killed tons of people. Like,
okay.
Yes, she was merciless.
So originally I had this as a no rating because I'm not a Star Trek guy, but I don't know. It might be one that I will take the time to check out.
It took me a while to warm up to the idea because when it was coming out, I was hearing about cancellations and things, and I thought Star Trek was going to go this whole different route. And I know there's a lot of division in Star Trek fandom right now about where Star Trek is now, where it used to be like 10, 15, 20 years ago. And like, is Star Trek actually what it's supposed to be anymore? And even I, for a while, was like, I don't know. But then Strange New Worlds came out, and I was like, hell yeah, we're back, we're good, everything's fine. But then I was like, oh, we're going to do this. We already did Section 31 with the Enterprise. But, you know, Michelle Yeoh is an Academy Award-winning actress. She's got awards, man. Like, she's a badass in a lot of things that she's been in.
Yeah,
this has got me. I know Skeleton Crew's a completely different thing, but if Star Wars just went a completely different direction with that show than I ever thought they were going to go, with just, I mean, I don't even want to say what they did with the show. I was like, what the hell? I think.
Wait, with what? Skeleton Crew?
Yeah, okay. I think Star Wars, if Star Wars can do it, I think Star Trek can also surprise me, and I hope they surprise me with this. And I'm glad it's not a TV show, because at first I thought it was. And I was like, man, I'm going to get 10 episodes of exposition, and they'll be sneaking around. The fact that this is just going to be like a 2-hour long thing, I'm game, and I give it an 8 out of 10. Excited.
So I wasn't totally sure who she was. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Tomorrow Never Dies, the James Bond flick.
Yeah, it's good.
Crazy Rich Asians, and a lot of very big names.
She's been in a lot of movies.
Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank. I don't know. It's a 5.7. I might watch that one. But no, she was in Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, my bad.
Shang-Chi.
And Star Trek Discovery, like you said. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I might give this one a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks decent.
You need to get in a little Star Trek, man. I know you don't watch really Star Wars, but just try a little.
I watched the original series.
Just watch Strange New Worlds. That's all I need you to watch.
That's
it. You don't really have to know anything else. Just watch that.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can fit it into my super busy day.
All right.
Next
What's
up.
next? Yeah.
The last one of January that we have is January 25th, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man animated series. I'm really hoping that they do for this what they did with X-Men 97. Like, I feel like this has potential to
Don't make it silly, make it somewhat serious at times.
Yeah. I mean, it's Spider-Man. It's got to have some of the little bit of a humor to it, but give it that depth of character and emotion to it. Let's see what they do.
I hope they bring in some characters that are not of his normal rogues gallery.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But what's the synopsis of this?
So your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man explores Peter Parker's origin story, shocker, and the early days using Spider-Man's persona in an alternate reality where Norman Osborn becomes Peter Parker's mentor instead of Tony Stark. What?
I like how he's a mentor now, and he like never had one before, but now he has to have a mentor.
Yeah, I know, right? Nice. It used to be
I liked how he just figured it out himself.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I like ideas, a lot of stories where people have to find their inner strength. They have to.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, you got to get past the maze yourself. You figure out the labyrinth yourself, whatever the puzzle is. Yeah, you get a couple little buddies to help you out here and there, but like generally, like you have to find it within yourself. Like you don't rely on somebody else to give you everything you need.
And I think that's one reason Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was loved so much, was we had to follow him on that journey. Well, back then it was. We had to follow his journey of getting revenge for Uncle Ben, but then also dealing with the consequences of what he did, like the internal struggle. And
a hero will save us.
I'm done. I quit.
Put the Nickelback in there right now. Right now, put Nickelback in here. Josie Scott.
So, voice of Peter Parker / Spider-Man, we've got Hudson Thames.
Never heard of him.
Me either, but he's a 15-year-old who gains Spider-Man-like abilities when bitten by a radioactive spider. I bet you never, ever heard that backstory before.
No. Hey, here's a name we've discussed already.
Coleman Domingo as Norman Osborn. His new mentor and the quote man in the chair. So I guess Ned got fired in this alternate reality.
Later, Nedry. Well, after he did his tarot movie, they're probably like, yeah, maybe let's not bring him back.
Wait, what were they calling that originally?
Horoscope.
Yeah, horoscope. Then we got Eugene Bird coming in as Lonnie Lincoln, Grace Song as Nico, Minoru, Peter's best friend.
I feel like we've seen Grace Song in something before.
The name sounds very familiar, but I can't place it right now. And then we've got Zeno Robinson as Harry Osborn, Hugh Dancy as Otto Octavius.
You know that name. Who's Hugh Dancy? We know him too from somewhere.
He's Otto Octavius.
Yeah, but no, he's in something I've seen.
Charlie Cox coming back as Matt Murdock. I am excited.
He's doing
for
his
that.
own voice. That's nice.
He is. And then we got Carrie Wogan as May and Paul Tompkins as Bentley Whitman.
Mr. Whitman.
So I'm excited. For this one, I've got to get it a 6 out of 10 because I am excited for it, but I'm also highly skeptical. Just like I was with X-Men 97, I was very iffy on what they were going to do. But after seeing what they did with X-Men, I'm really hoping they can do the same magic here.
I give it a 5 for me. I'm middle of the road. I'll see it or I won't. Just another Spider. I don't need another origin story. I know it's in a different universe. But come on.
That does annoy me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That is it for January.
January's wrapped. Oh, we forgot at the end of January is my birthday. So if anybody wants to, send me some gifts, that'd be fun. Let's move on to February. February 6th, Invincible Season 3. After the devastating finale of the previous season, Mark Grayson starts a new life as the best superhero on Earth with a brand new costume, a new relationship, and a new sidekick. But sometimes you need to face your past in order to protect the future and the people you love, even if that means you must face yourself.
Can I tell you something sad? I have never seen any of the Invincibles.
It's really good.
I have read. Really good. I've read the first couple issues.
It's pretty close to the comics.
Okay, because it is brutal.
The animation style is pretty close to the comics too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out then.
Yeah, it's Amazon.
It was. I mean, it was kind of one of those things like, okay, the boys are invincible. I can only watch one super bloody superhero at a time.
J.K. Simmons as Omni-Man is awesome.
Yeah.
It's just pure awesome.
Yeah, I could see that. I do love his voice.
And then you get Stephen Yeun as Invincible Mark Grayson, Sandra Oh, there's a name we know, as Debbie Grayson, J.K. Simmons, I just mentioned, Jillian Jacobs, she's a great actress.
Ooh, okay.
And she does Adam Eve. Walton Goggins, man. It's Cecil Stedman. Yeah. You got to watch it. It's got Walton Goggins in it.
Oh, wait, we got Zachary Quinto, who's in literally everything.
Yeah. Oh, and this dude here, Jason Mantzoukas. I guess I never really knew that was his last name. Plays Rexplode. Fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah?
That dude's hilarious in everything he's in. He's such a douchebag.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other people in this as well, but it's definitely worth watching.
We got Clancy Brown, Mark Hamill.
Oh, Clancy Brown plays the demon guy.
Mahershala Ali. I mean...
Yeah, it's a lot of really badass people in this show. The animation's really good. The blood is good.
Some pretty solid actors, a lot of them voice actors.
It's really good. I'm telling you, it's a solid show. Oh, and you got Seth Rogen.
Fine.
Plays Alan the Alien.
What?
Seth Rogen plays Alan the Alien. That's what they call him.
Okay.
That's like one eye.
That is like the one voice that it's just the same in everything he's in.
Yeah. Yeah. So check it out. Excitement level for me. I've seen season 1 and season 2. I really liked them. I'm gonna go with a 9 on this. Like I'm looking forward to season 3, just where they left off.
So I had it as a 3 out of 10.
Oh shit!
Just because, like I said, I never watched them. I know very little about it. I've read a few of the comics, but seeing that casting list, I got it bumped up to probably a 6. I'm going to check it out. Maybe we'll even do an entire episode on Invincible.
There's an idea.
It probably wouldn't be that hard if there's 3 seasons plus comic books and graphic novels.
Yeah, it's been around for a minute.
Do you think we'll ever get like a live action? Or do you think we do it?
They could. They've talked about it, but why? This is like, I feel like if you already have 3 solid seasons, which I'm sure season 3 is going to be just as good as the first 2, what is the point of doing a live action? You're just going to retread what the comics did. This is a retelling of the comics, which is pretty on par for as where they end. And, for each season and fucking, like, why do it? I think it's just a money grab. That's why. That's why we're getting Moana 2, or just got it, and we're getting a live action. Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And other live actions.
My goodness gracious.
Moving to February 11th, we've got The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep animated series. Geralt of Rivia, a mutated monster hunter, as if we didn't already know that.
Hey, listen, I just copied and pasted these.
I know,
things.
I know. Is hired to investigate a series of attacks in a seaside village, finds himself drawn into a centuries-old conflict between humans and the mer people.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that at first it's like, oh, okay, yep, he's hired, okay. But the mer people, that's a different take. I haven't seen that one. He counts on his friends, both old and new, to solve the mystery before the hostilities between the two kingdoms escalate into all-out war. So it sounds like it's going to be literally like almost like a mystery-style series with a time limit. I can get behind that.
I like that it's animated.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of stuff with animation. I think I saw a screenshot or two. It looks like it's really cool animation, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we've got Doug Cockle.
Doug Cackle over here. Cackle. Calling Mr. Cockle.
Sounds like one of those names that Bart Simpson would give.
Like Amanda Higgins. Amanda Higgins. Or, I can't even say it right.
Who do you need? Mike Ock. But we got Doug Cockle as Gerald. As Gerald of Rivia. Joey Beatty as Jaskier. Anya Shalatra as Yennefer.
A Vengaverg. You always gotta say the Vengaverg.
Sorry. Christina Wren as Essie Davin, and then Brittany Ishibashi as everybody else.
Various characters, it says. I'm probably more excited to watch this than I am the final season of The Witcher. So I'll give this one a 6 for me.
So I gave this one a 4, simply because of what you just said. The last season of The Witcher, without Cavill, it kind of killed my enjoyment of the series.
I only want to watch it because it's like I heard a crash outside the window and I peeked my head out to see what it was.
Yeah.
That's the way I am with the final season of The Witcher.
That's
with
pretty
this,
much what
it's a little bit different because I'm not sure who Doug Cockle is, but I'm sure he's got like a demanding voice or something that you can probably hear all the way down to your cockles. God, this dude's going to come on this podcast and murder me.
Wait, hold on.
I'm sure he's a great
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. What? Yes. YouTube just demonetized us. So... Not like we never got there to begin with.
They can keep their 15th of their 10.
One day we'll get like super big, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Oh, hey, remember the episode back in season?"
No, I'll run for Senate. You know, and be like, "Oh, I remember on that podcast you were making fun of cockles."
He'll be the opposing. So yeah, I'm actually I don't know, I'm iffy. I might check it out. I will check it out. I just don't know how excited I'm going to be when I check it out.
We forgot to say this is also directed by Kang Hee, based off the short story A Little Sacrifice.
Kang Hee Chul, and the short story was by
Kang Hee Chul. Shit, my bad.
Andrei Sapkowski. Hey, maybe A Little Sacrifice is worth reading. Short story. I mean, I'll give it a go. So that is The Witcher animated series coming in February. What do we got coming next?
How about February 14th, Captain America, Brave New World?
What? A Marvel movie?
Yeah, well, it's been a while since I saw one of those. Sam finds himself in the middle of an international incident after meeting with President Thaddeus Ross. He must soon discover that the reason behind the nefarious global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world sing red.
Also known as Giancarlo Esposito. Or Gus.
Yeah. Shouldn't he be making like chickens at Pollo Loco or something?
He retired.
Oh, yeah.
He went out with a bang. If you don't get those references, go watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, or just save your time.
Well.
I mean, it's you watch it one time through and it's good. But these people, I watched Breaking Bad like 6 times. You can do something else with your life. I mean, you already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I've watched The Office
like
a lot of times.
But I feel like that's people that secretly in the back of their head want to do meth. But they just can't pull the trigger on it. So they're like, I'm just going to live vicariously through, Eisenberg.
Is that why I watch The Office all the time? Because I secretly want to have fun at work?
Yes.
So, yeah, we got Anthony Mackie coming back.
Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, also known as the Falcon. Shira Haas as Ruth Bot Seraph Sabra. Zosha Rokenmore as Marissa Chanel Hampton. Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley. See, this part, that's what intrigues me, is the Isaiah Bradley part, because, like, the comic of how he becomes Captain America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was some stellar fucking writing, man. That was a cool series.
Did you watch the trailer for this one?
I did. I kind of got forced upon me because I was at a place where I couldn't look away. I don't remember where it was, but it was on TV. It might have been
before Deadpool and Wolverine.
This trailer was, like, everywhere for a minute, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch it. As you said, Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder. Liv Tyler shows up as Betty Ross. What?
She's coming back.
Oh, and Tim Blake Nelson as the leader. Harrison Ford as Thaddeus Ross. Yeah, this I'm kind of excited. I'm a 7 out of this.
So I did read a rumor, again, it could be a solid rumor, that we might get the Hulk as like a cameo in this, but I don't know. I only ever saw that one time because they were like, oh, because if you've seen the trailer, you already know, and if you read the comic books, Thaddeus Ross does eventually become the Red Hulk.
Yes.
The rumors are we're going to see Hulk on Hulk. If it's true, holy crap, please give me a one-liner from Liv Tyler not recognizing Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, like, oh man, the time has really changed.
Or like, oh, you look a lot better than you did.
Yeah. And if they do decide, Marvel, if you folks are really inclined to bring back the Hulk's son, please work on that CGI a little bit, please.
Or just
please.
Don't.
Yeah, or don't.
Or don't.
Let's just say, oh, he visited and then I sent him back. We don't need any of that Young Avengers stuff anytime soon. We have a lot of other stuff to do.
Yeah, but we're going to get it.
Yeah. So what's your excitement? I said 7.
I've a 6.
6?
Just because I wasn't the biggest fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I liked the show.
I liked it, but I didn't. I felt it was rushed. But then we also did find out later a lot of story was cut out because it had to do with like a pandemic, and God forbid we released that during the pandemic. It felt like a lot of the characters weren't developed enough.
Yeah, the villains, the whole villainous group.
Their entire
they had
motivation.
A whole subplot was taken away.
So it makes it difficult for me because I still have a hard time seeing Sam as Captain America just because I couldn't really get behind it in the show.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
You're not Steve Rogers. No, I'm not.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Don't worry, we get Isaiah Bradley because he is Captain America, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I like that it's this old dude's about to whoop some people's asses too.
Oh, I hope so. It looks like a Manchurian Candidate type thing from the trailer, like because he keeps saying like he doesn't know what happened, but I don't know. We'll wait and see.
Well, I mean, if we know anything from the espionage section of the MCU with the Winter Soldier and everything, I mean, there's definitely shit that can fuck with your head.
I mean, if you're sitting somewhere and you hear somebody back there whispering like snowflake, banana, cactus, like, okay, someone's gonna be like, dude, what are you doing?
If there's one thing I like during a snowstorm, it's bananas.
Moving on to February 21st, we've got The Monkey. When twin brothers Hal and Bill discover their father's old monkey toy in the attic, a series of gruesome deaths start occurring all around them. Well, that just sucks.
Yeah.
So
this is
I didn't know what this was.
This is a Stephen King thing.
I had no idea what this was, so I had to Google it. And it's one of those like monkey wind up with the symbol things.
You say Guten Fliegen Flaggen?
We got Theo James coming in as Hal/Bill. So I guess
he's playing twins?
I mean, I guess he's gonna play both parts.
I can't believe. Wait, this says Elijah Wood is supporting character.
It does. I looked it up, and that's what he is. That's what he's written as right now. Is Elijah Wood is a supporting character.
Oh, look, another Tatiana Maslany.
She's coming in as Aunt Ida, so apparently she's accepted that she's getting older. Christian Convery as a young Hal/Bill. Colin O'Brien as Petey. Rohan Campbell as Zia Newton. Sarah Levy as Dwayne.
Oh, you also have Beatrix Perkins as well as Beatrix Perkins. Oh, that's cool.
Film is directed by Osgood Perkins and it's based on the short story by Stephen King, like you said. So I personally have a big old 0 out of 10 excitement because it's a horror movie that is going to fly right under my radar. I mean, it's not Terrifier, obviously, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to watch Terrifier anyway. It is out if you want to watch it, though. I'm going to give this a 5 only because I just watched Salem's Lot not long ago, and that wasn't very good. And
well, tell us how you really
today
feel.
I watched Sometimes I Come Back Again, which generally, it was from 1996, but that was a Stephen King thing, and that wasn't very good. Stephen King has, unfortunately, a lot of his works don't translate well to the screen.
That is true.
Like
but The Shining.
Yeah, I mean, that was some people actually hate. They're like, man, that was so unfaithful to the material.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's changed.
Well,
but
yeah,
then they came out with the dude from Wings. He did like a 4-part miniseries on TNT, and that bombed.
Actually, it's totally off topic, but what did you think of Dr. Sleep? I never saw it, but I was told there was a pretty solid prequel.
Well, isn't that the lady from the Silo? She plays the evil lady in that, who's stealing the souls of the kids. She's a brunette.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, she was awesome in that.
It might be. Okay.
I like Dr. Sleep. I thought Ewan McGregor was cool. I thought it was a good pacing. The ending where the house or the motel comes alive.
It was a prequel to The Shining, right?
Sequel.
Or prequel?
Sequel.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a prequel.
It's Danny grown up.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, I liked The Shining when I was younger.
Oh, it's a good movie. It freaked me out as a kid.
Actually, so I was going through some of the movies that I have on, like, digital. And funny enough, a lot of them are older horror movies that I used to love, like 1408, stuff like that, 13 Ghosts. Like, I might have actually been
I'm looking forward to my rewatch of that.
I might have been a horror fan at one time. To which one?
13 Ghosts. It's been a year since I've seen it.
When the glass shuts and the dude gets like...
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, what do we got coming up next?
Well, we got to move on to the land of March, also known as the month of March, or the year of March, or the Ides of March. I don't know what you want to call it.
The March of Madness.
Yeah, basketball things. Sports ball.
Sports ball.
Go Wolverines. March. We have March 4th, Daredevil, Born Again. Matt Murdock, a lawyer turned vigilante, and his longtime rival Wilson Fisk tried to leave behind their darker alter egos to serve the people of New York City. However, their pasts catch up with them from reintroducing the world of Daredevil.
So that makes me excited simply because that tells us they're not just going to disregard the Netflix version.
No, they're lightly here.
Direct sequel.
Not a direct sequel. They are leaving some things behind. They're bringing most of the people back, but they're picking and choosing what they're using. Did you watch Echo?
No,
because takes place after Echo and She-Hulk.
I did watch She-Hulk, unfortunately.
Echo, I didn't care much for it, but Vincent D'Onofrio is a force, man.
Oh my God,
He was so good in that.
I was looking up Vincent D'Onofrio the other day because I saw he's playing somebody in something else. I forget what it was now. I didn't even realize it, but the first time I ever saw him, and you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Full Metal Jacket.
Leonard's in Section 13, man.
I didn't realize he had hair. I didn't realize that was him, and I'm like, dude, that...
A jelly fucking donut.
Like, he was what I remember about that movie.
You were hungry. God,
what was that? What was that? Late 80s? Early 90s?
Full Metal Jacket.
Classic. Such a good movie.
Man, maybe 81, somewhere around there.
War is hell. Man, all right, sorry. Who all is going to be coming back?
Tubuco.
God bless
What do you mean, Tubuco? Man, this isn't fine. Piece of Alabama black snake right here.
And the rest of the episode is now quoting movies.
As far as the cast is concerned, here we get Charlie Cox back as Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio back as Wilson Fisk, Margarita LaViva as an undisclosed character.
Oh.
No idea who she is. Deborah Ann Wool. I'm glad she's coming back as Scared Page. We get Alvin Henson as Foggy Nelson. Wilson Bethel as Benjamin Poindexter. Okay. John Barenthal as Frank Castle.
Yeah.
I think he's supposed to, like, the last half of this, kind of like before. They're supposed to, I think, talk about what happened as far as the first series when it came to Frank Castle. I think that has to do a bit with, like, the lawyer cases and things coming back or something.
Maybe it's going to be kind of the same where they're representing him.
Maybe. That could be too. Gania Walton as BB Ulrich. I've seen that guy in a lot of stuff.
So
He's a good actor. I did not know that was his name.
This is one of those shows that I feel every single casting piece was done perfectly. Like, there's nobody that just doesn't feel like their character. Like, Eldon Henson is the perfect Foggy.
Yeah, if you look at the comics and look at him, yeah.
Yeah, Deborah Ann Wool, I love her. She is amazing.
Is she going to turn into a crackhead, like in the comics?
I hope not, but I mean...
Because, oh, man.
Well, it depends. If they do her addiction like they did with Stark's drinking, we're fine. Because it's like, a one-movie deal.
She's in the comics. She sold his identity for drugs.
Well, that does happen.
I'll tell you who he is. Just give him a fix.
But it's like there's an interview where she's talking to John Barenthal about D&D and stuff like that because she's a huge D&D person. She's a DM.
She's on that one show sometimes. She's shown up on some of those like the. Fucking, I don't know what
like Critical Role?
Yeah, I think she's been on a couple episodes here and there or something.
And they just do like this really brief little one shot, like literally like a 5-10 minute, like she describes it, he gives an answer. She describes it, he gives an answer, showing John Barenthal what D&D can be. But the way she describes it, like she's saying like she was that, that drama club geek in high school that had like no friends and stuff. And now look at her. She is one of the, in my opinion, one of those names that everybody pretty much knows who she is. She's an amazing actress.
How excited? We didn't even talk about how our excitement level for Daredevil. Mine's like an 8 or a 9. Like I want to see this Daredevil.
Oh,
because of everybody's back into it.
Oh,
how about you?
I have an 8 out of 10. Like
all right.
I'm very excited about it. my only reservation, the reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is simply it's not Netflix. It's actually Marvel, aka Disney.
Yeah, but they just did Deadpool. So.
I know, but was that a one-off, or are they going to actually try and keep it solid? Because
I don't think they'll go as hardcore as Daredevil, but...
And as we talked before, I think a big motivator in this is that James Gunn flat out said, if a story calls for it to be R in DCU, it's going to be R.
Well, Creature Commandos, like I said, that's already got F-bombs and pretty much nudity in it already.
Who dropped Creature Commando?
Was that DC? James Gunn did it for DC.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know if that was it just came out, but it was pre-James Gunn, or if it was James Gunn.
This is the beginning of his universe. And then
Superman is the beginning of the live action.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
This one is like kind of connecting because they do talk about the shit a little bit before they throw some stuff out there.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's like a bridge between the two.
All right, I got you. Yeah. But how the heck am I supposed to follow up Daredevil? I'll tell you how. Avatar, The Last Airbender, Season 2. The Last Airbender. Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce that, so I'm going with Ong. No, I'm going with Ong. There's 2 A's. The Last Airbender will continue his quest to restore balance to a world divided by war. We got Gordon Cormier playing Ong.
Cormier.
A name I can absolutely not pronounce, playing Katara.
I want to.
That one. Ian Owsley playing Sokka.
Soka.
It's
Soka.
Dallas Liu playing Zuko.
Hey, we knew a little...
we did.
John and Natalie, they had their ferret named Zuko after this, I think.
Was it after? That's
I think they named after this, yeah.
Elizabeth Wu as Azula. Daniel Day Kim as Fire Lord Ozai.
Damn, he does a good job.
Why do I know that name?
I think he was in Lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
So, did you watch episode 1 or not episode?
Season 1? I did not. Avatar was never something I got into. The anime, the movies.
I didn't watch the anime either.
However, in a D&D game once, I did have a player play as a pseudo airbender. He was a druid, and so it kind of piqued my interest a little bit because it just did.
Well, I'll say this.
And he had a pet monkey as a druid, which he said was related to, what was it, Har or Char, somebody's animal thing.
I did not watch the cartoon. Okay. So when they came out with that movie years ago, everybody fucking hated it. Like, this is absolutely horrible. It ruined the...
Was that M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I watched the movie and I was like, it was okay. But again, for a lot of things that we talk about, I was not married to the source material. So when they started talking about doing this on Netflix, I was like, I don't know, man. That kind of bombed. Are they going to want to do... I actually took the time, and I'm telling you what, dude, I was sucked into this.
This is animated, right?
No, this is live action.
Oh, it is live action.
Yeah, dude, There's great martial arts. The special effects are good. I think the acting for the kids are good. I mean, there's a couple cheesy lines here and there, of course, but the Fire Nation, dude, the guys that play in that are... How
do you weigh this? Not like quality-wise, but like... Okay, yeah, quality-wise, but
it's better
than
One Piece.
Okay, that's where I was going. Like,
I'd watch this over
not
One
your
Piece.
rating of it, but like as far as
it's not as silly as One Piece.
Okay,
they're not like
that's what I was getting.
So like in One Piece, somebody goes to give you a high kick, and they're like sending somebody 50 feet through the air. This here, like it's like an actual John Wick martial arts. They're punching each other. You feel the blows.
But it sucks you in like One Piece did, like with the story and the characters and the backstories.
Yeah, I think this one, because this is a TV show instead of a movie, they were able to explore different locations and different people that live in the universe, as opposed to you only get this whole entire anime in 2 hours. I
mean, because I've read stories of people who built entire D&D campaigns strictly around this world.
I think
huge. I mean, I've got until March, so maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, I give this, I'm going to say an 8, because I generally really, really enjoyed.
Should we do an Avatar season 1 and 2 episode?
I would.
I mean, that's fantasy.
It's a thought. Yeah, well, we're past Yeah, we're on the fantasy side now, yeah.
We're
no more spaceships.
What?
Aliens.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
Robots.
Technically, that's somebody's
naughty
that's
AI.
Somebody's fantasy.
All wrapped into one. Let's move on here.
All right.
Next up, we have on what month are we in? March.
We are in March.
March 7th. We have Sinners. Trying to leave the troubled lives behind, twin brothers, oh my god, more twin brothers, return to their hometown to start again, only to discover they have an even greater evil waiting for them when they get back. Is there a monkey in the attic? Is this the same thing as before? I don't know, but this one's got Michael B. Jordan as Elijah and Elias.
As Elijah Woods.
Oh my god, is this guy playing two different people?
Yeah, I think he is. He's playing the twins.
Oh no. Haley Steinfeld as Mary.
I like her.
Yeah, Hawkeye. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
pretty cool. She was in an MGK music video from way back when.
I don't like her.
Jack O'Connell, Wunmi Musaku, James Lawson. There's a bunch of people in this, as most movies have. A bunch of people. That's a very broad, synopsis of this, and this sounds just like the monkey one, right?
It sounds exactly like it. The only thing it's missing, and I can type it in quick, is with their divorced dad.
No. This is a recently divorced mom.
Oh, this is the other side.
Yeah. The Brady Bunch.
Could you imagine
divorce?
Could you imagine if they actually tried to tie the movies together? That was the dad with those twins, and the mom took the other set of twins.
Well, yes, the other one was in Brooklyn, Gravesend, Brooklyn, or something. Where's this one? This one's going to be in the Midwest. We're going to get that shot.
This is Gravesend, Houston.
Yeah, there's going to be like a shot of the car driving down the windy forest road, and every fucking time, dude, they do that shit.
And then plot twist, they drive off a cliff, the movie's over.
And then Samara just scrawls out. I'm gonna say, Michael B. Jordan, and he's a decent actor. I like Haley, so I will give this a 4. I need to know more about this. I don't need to watch the trailer, but I need to know more about this to get any more excitement.
I gave it a...
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't give my Avatar rating.
Oh,
wait. Yeah, I did. I said none because I didn't know anything about it. Sorry.
But after we talked about it, has that changed, or are you still at a 0?
I would give it a 5. To me,
you
5.
Said, hey, maybe we should do a podcast on it.
To me, 5 is a... Okay, you piqued my interest. I'll probably watch it. It's still a no rating.
You don't care at all. Like,
no.
You're not even going to...
Wait, let me flip back a page.
You're going to wait till I watch it, and then I'm going to tell you if it was good or not.
My rating for the monkey is no rating. So my rating for this is definitely no rating.
Wow, two monkeys don't make a right, I guess. Shit that they slung, because that's what monkeys do.
See, they should call this the cat. And the covers could be one the monkey and the other one of those golden cats with the paws. And they have good luck in this.
Is that like the paws that they're like when you go to the Chinese buffet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except it's holding a knife.
There's a new show out called In Middle of Chinatown. It's like a show inside of a show. Inside of a TV thing. I tried to watch
it's called Black Mirror.
Yeah, well, some of those episodes are actually fun. But
yeah. Except
anyway,
the pig. Oh, man. All right. Well, if you want to keep moving on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Since we know nothing about this one. We can just jump straight to April because the last one in March doesn't matter for shit. No, the last one in March.
I don't think. All right, let's talk about it.
March 21st, we've got live action Snow White, a live action musical reimagining of the classic 1937 film. The magical music adventure journeys back to the timeless story with beloved characters.
Such as the Evil Queen.
We have Gal Gadot as the Evil Queen, Rachel Zegler as Snow White, Amelia Foucher is a young Snow White, Andrew Burnap as Jonathan, Ansu Kabia as the Huntsman, and then other people. Here's the thing.
Yeah, because there's other people in.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you my new and geek take on this that I had written down. It looks to me like a potential dumpster fire floating down the river. Come on. I mean, if you have followed anything about this, you know that Rachel Zegler has basically bashed the shit out of this movie, saying
I wouldn't go that extreme on it.
Some of the interviews I watched, she basically said that the original 1937 was a dated piece of garbage and that nobody should even watch it. She didn't like the source material, and that this is a new reimagining that really, something or other. Like,
people are they're allowed to have their opinions.
Okay, you're being positive. Now let's talk about the CGI. From the trailer.
That CGI looks like shit.
Thank you.
I'll defend her a little bit, only
CGI,
because people are grumpy sometimes.
They were trying to make it resemble the cartoon CGI or the cartoon dwarves, I think.
Well, there's been a backlash that they didn't hire.
Yeah, people are pissed because they didn't hire the proper term now is people with dwarfism.
But
my point is,
it would have looked better.
No, okay, this is 0 out of 10. For me, everything from the CGI to just the publicity that she has personally put out about her own movie, it makes me not want to watch it. It has nothing to do with, it's woke and that she's all individualized, doesn't need a man. I don't care about any of that. It's just that she literally, I said literally, she came out and basically said that the source material was garbage and that this is better. You can't.
Did she actually say the words, the source material, the original movie is garbage? Did she say those words specifically?
Are you cherry picking now?
No, I want to know because, people say, well, this is what she basically said. Did she actually say the source material is garbage? I didn't watch the interviews. I saw the headlines and went, well, whatever. I feel like a lot of times those interviews are blown out of proportion. And she's actually, I'm pretty sure she put out an apology at some point. But I know there was the rumors of her getting fired, and then she never got fired.
She did an apology, but then she went out and just said even more stuff.
I don't care what she says. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to see this movie out of my own free will. I'm not going to see the Mufasa movie. I'm not going to see any other. No, I don't care about any live action Disney movie that's a reimagined Disney movie.
Right.
So this is just icing on the top of the cake there that I don't want to eat.
So you're out of 10 rating on this?
Probably a 1.
A 1?
Yeah. I'll give it a 1.
So if Emily wants to watch it, you'll watch it. Other than that,
yeah,
you'll watch it when it's free on some.
When I'm in somebody's house and they have it on their TV, I'm like,
Snyder's. Got it.
They'll probably watch it before me. Yeah, definitely will.
All right, so that's all I got to say about that. I personally, I am not looking forward to this. No. To me, it's just a no.
Well, if you're not into anything there, how about maybe you're interested in something in April, perhaps? Like maybe April 4th with a Minecraft movie, which is about a mysterious portal that pulls 4 misfits into the other world. Or I'm sorry. Whoa, shit. My bad. I don't want to piss off any fans from
8-year-olds.
Yeah. Overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to master the terrain while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected crafter named Steve. Guess who plays Steve? Jack Black. Jack Black is going to play Steve. Get Jason Momoa as Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, Emma Myers as Natalie, Danielle Brooks as Dawn, Sebastian Eugene Hansen as Henry.
Emma Myers.
That's it.
She is the giddy blue and pink haired girl from Wednesday, right?
Yes, I do believe.
Okay.
Yeah. It says additionally, Jennifer Coolidge, who previously worked with Hess on Gentleman Broncos, Matt Berry. Ooh, Matt Berry's pretty cool. Kate McKinnon, I like her, and Jermaine Clement, who previously worked with Hess on Gentleman Broncos as well, have been cast in undisclosed roles. YouTuber Valkyrie is set to make a cameo appearance as well.
So like Valkyrie, but not spelled right. Got it.
Valkyrie.
Oh, my bad.
Or maybe it's Valkyrie. I don't want to be mean.
So basically, this is Jumanji in Minecraft.
Well, yeah, Jack Black's in it. Where's Kevin Hart? Why isn't he not in this? I don't know. Why do we need Jennifer Coolidge, though? Why do we need her? Why do we need more of Stifler's mom everywhere? Like, can we?
I don't know. I can't stand her, personally. She's got that voice.
I did feel bad about White Lotus season 2. I won't ruin anything. It did feel about a certain Turner character had to deal with, though. So I did feel bad for her there. But that's about it.
So what do you think of it? Is it going to be good?
I don't play Minecraft. I don't watch people play Minecraft. I remember being still in the military and some guys talking. I was like, there were the smoking gazebo we had. That's where we had to go to smoke their cigarettes. And I was like, what's going on? Guys are like, oh, dude, this Minecraft. You play Minecraft? I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And they're like, oh, no, it's this video game where you can like do this whole thing and dig. And they were fucking like, dude, you got to go home and get this thing on your computer, yada, yada. So I go home, I do what they tell me to do. I get this thing and I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can move this or there. And I start digging a hole and I could never get back out of the hole. And I never played it again. Now, I know our friends, the Snyders, love Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really care. Now, I loved Legos as a kid. So this is the Legos for, I'm sure Silas loves Legos still, but this is kind of like a Legos for the computer generation. But for me personally, I think this is going to be kind of comedy that's the same as like Mario Brothers. And I wasn't enthused about that movie as much as I thought I might have been. Because I actually played Mario Brothers. So I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to give it a 4. What about you?
Well, personally, I loved the Mario movie. The Mario Brothers movie. And there's another one coming in, I think, 2026.
Yeah, I've heard.
But this I gave a 5.
Oh, so not far off me. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be one of those potentially good kind of put on the background or popcorn movie with the kids. But all in all, I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to see it. Moving on from April 4th in Minecraft, we go to April 18th, where we have the movie Mickey 17.
Is that a baseball player thing, or?
You would think so. A disposable employee is sent on a human expedition to colonize the ice world Niflheim. Niflheim? I don't know. Some for Viking name. After one iteration dies, a new body is generated with most of his memories still intact. So my guess, since it's Robert Pattinson as Mickey Barnes, is we're going to follow the 17th iteration of Mickey. Because it's Mickey
that'd be
17. But we'll see what happens.
You know,
So yeah, Robert Pattinson is going to be Mickey Barnes, Naomi Aki as Nasha Ajaya. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Stephen Yeun as Berto, Toni Collette as Gwen Johansson, Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, that's right. We got the Hulk coming in here as the Hieronymus.
He plays Marshall. It says Marshall at the end.
I think it's Hieronymus.
I like how Angus Emery is playing Shrimp Eyes.
Yeah, Shrimp Eyes. Holiday Granger is just Gemma.
Who the hell is Holiday Granger anyway?
I don't know. Anna
Like
Maria
a bad porn star name.
Bartholomew as Kay Katz, Thomas Turgoose as Patsy, and then Daniel Henshaw as Steve Park. So this movie, I have a little of a take on it. Nothing crazy. I feel it has potential to be good. Just reading the synopsis, it does have the potential to be a pretty good movie, in my opinion. However,
Dun, 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 dun.
I also feel that it could very easily turn into another cookie cutter sci-fi movie with zero world building and zero character development, kind of like the movie 65 with Adam Driver.
Yeah.
While I enjoyed that movie, it wasn't anything special.
I have a feeling it could end up. What was that Steven Spielberg movie where with Jude Law and Haley Joel Osment was like the little robot kid?
AI.
AI, yeah.
Well, it was called Artificial Intelligence, but yeah.
I thought that was a really great movie, but it fucking bombed like hard at the box office. Everybody's like hated it. This could potentially be that for me.
You think so?
Yeah, I'd be like, oh man, this movie had like a really cool, interesting take, but it.
Well, I mean, it's got a solid cast.
It might be too intelligent for people to get.
Maybe. I mean, what was that one movie we just had where like they're moving forward, but then they can also move back in time and they pass each other and they fight each other as they pass each other. I forget what it was called now.
Don't know.
I'll look it up real quick. But that was a phenomenal movie. Actually, it was Robert Pattinson as well. But it didn't do super well because a lot of people couldn't follow it. They couldn't understand what was happening.
Well, there was that one from Christopher Nolan that made no sense to me.
Yeah, the Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't like that movie. No, but it was called like I had like an H or something. Like I got through half the movie, I was like, man, what the fuck is even happening in this movie? It was like after he did Inception, he did like the next crazy weird thing.
I think we're talking about the same thing, Tenet.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah, like they're able to go back in time, but by going back in time, they're literally reversing time, and like they have to wear a mask because they can't breathe because time is being reversed, so oxygen is being pulled out of it. It's just this. The coolest thing of that whole movie was there was a car chase where part of it was happening in reverse, while part of it wasn't. But then later you get to see the other half of it, and the part you already saw was now in reverse.
I tell you what, I was watching it, I felt like I was in the cast of it, and I wasn't allowed to sit the fuck down, and I was dying of boredom, and I was tired and hungry, and because I'm on a Christopher Nolan set, I can only do anything but just stand there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not a real actor.
It was. I mean, it's supposed to be a good movie. But
Hey, are you sitting down? No bathroom breaks right now. Get off that toilet.
It didn't do super well because people couldn't follow it.
I couldn't follow it. I'm not a dumb guy.
7.3 out of 10.
Like an idiot, but I'm not dumb.
7.3 out of 10, 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, I mean, it didn't do horrible, but it definitely could have done a lot better, in my opinion.
It was just like, I like the actors that were in it, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you think this could turn into another one of those easily?
Yeah, like what the hell? Like it just goes over people's heads.
Well, and if you read the synopsis where, the one dies and they print another one. Well, obviously we're probably going to get...
Doctor Who, right?
Well, yeah. We're probably going to get to the 17th version. So are they going to actually make it blatant that there's another one coming out? Or are we going to have to try and follow it ourselves? Like,
I've seen other shows where there's been like clones that are just disposable in a way.
Doctor Who, yeah. Was that The Doctor's Daughter? Good episode, though.
Yeah, there's been a couple sci-fi movies where people, if they want to teleport somebody, they can get into like another version of their body, but then it's disposable. If it dies, then they just go back to their own. I don't know.
Didn't they do that in Dark Matter? Not
the
one we watched. The space one.
The spaceship one. Yeah, they had something like that. Yeah,
jump into a temporary body or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's move away from this temporary headache and go on to.
What did you give this one?
I thought I did. Didn't I give it a rating? I'll go with 4.
Okay. See, I gave it a 6. Because, like I said, it feels like it could be good.
This might be up your alley a little bit more than mine.
It could be good, but it could also be a huge flop. So
it feels like, he's going to re-see this thing, and there's like a weird creature. I'd be like, oh, wait, what? Okay, there's some more elements, but
It's like they keep printing off new ones and something keeps eating them.
num num.
It sounded like Alan Rickman.
But I'm going to get back on this podcast and go to April 25th and talk about The Accountant 2. Now, is this really a geeky thing? I thought it was because I like the first one. So, when his former boss is killed by unknown assassins, Treasury agent Mary Beth Medina, played by Cynthia Addai Robinson, is forced to contact Christian Wolf, played by Ben Affleck. And he played Daredevil, right? And Batman, to solve the murder with the help of an estranged but highly lethal brother Brax, played by John Barenthal. Oh, yeah. See, look, there's another guy. Chris applies his brilliant mind to less than legal methods to piece together the unsolved puzzle. As they get closer to the truth, the trio draws the attention of some most ruthless killers who want them dead. So, Ben Affleck, like I said, Jay Barenthal's up in this. You get another J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, you do.
Man, it just doesn't quit, does he?
Do you notice how a lot of these names are just like on repeat?
J.K. Simmons as Ray King. Yes, they are. Cynthia Addai Robinson. I'm pretty sure we've said that one already. Even before this, maybe. Danielle Pineda?
Pinda? I don't know.
Allison Robertson, Robert Morgan, Grant Harvey. Never heard of these people, but they're in it too. Did you watch The Accountant before? The first
I
one?
did.
What'd you think?
I thought it was a good movie.
So a 7.
Yeah.
Like a 7?
Yeah, probably a,
It was okay.
a 7.
It was there.
I gave my excitement level in this one a 6, just because sequels are usually
I'm
less.
going to give it a 7 because I did see the original, and like you did too, but I really liked it.
Okay, see, to me, it was just another.
I thought I was going to hate it. I was like, what? This would be stupid.
It almost felt like, what was that with Denzel Washington? The Equalizers. Like,
yeah,
it was good. It was good, but then the more sequels they did, the more kind of like.
I watched the first 2. I didn't get to the third one yet.
I think they have 4.
Oh.
I think. But to be fair, I've only ever seen the first 2 John Wicks. Because
do you watch Queen Latifah's The Equalizer on CBS or wherever it's on?
Do I look like I watch Queen Latifah's?
Like, listen, Queen Latifah is a fine actress, but do I believe that she can be like Denzel Washington and she go in 10 seconds, I'm going to make this move and that move and like take out these 12 guys? No.
All right. Well, you know what? April is going to be either really good or really bad, sounds like.
Lambs and lions, baby.
So let's move into May with something that I gave a solid 10 out of 10. I'm super excited for. And that would be the Thunderbolts by Marvel. What? May 2nd, Thunderbolts. I love this synopsis. You ready? A group of supervillains are recruited to go on missions for the government.
I don't think I didn't even copy and paste that. I think I just did that one myself.
I mean, we don't even have to watch the movie. We know what it's about now. It's good. So we got Florence Pugh coming back as Yelena Belova, our supposedly new Black Widow. I guess eventually she's supposed to join.
I thought in the comics she was the original. Wasn't it the blonde one before the redheaded one in the comics?
Honestly, I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
Where's Darkstar? Where's that Russian lady at, man?
No, she probably died.
Where's Crimson Dynamo? Where's that Russian dude?
Anyways.
Whatever, man. I'm just saying.
By the way, my buddy Eric messaged me. He's like, yo, that new movie with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, titties. I'm like, okay. He's like, she's got nice ones. I'm like, yeah, I've Googled them 100 times. I know.
She's been naked in other things.
I know. They're small, by the way.
Yeah, they're not big or anything. I don't know. I find her strangely attractive, though.
I do too. Especially short hair for some reason. Anyways. And then we're bringing back a fan favorite, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. I do really like Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. Ever since Captain America, he has nailed that role so perfectly.
A lot better than he did Tommy Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, or Tommy Wiseau.
Hey, what?
I was joking with a buddy today about Tommy Wiseau from The Room.
Yeah, I didn't know he tried to. Did he?
No, I was just throwing out a Tommy.
Oh.
I did like there's a scene in the one trailer where he's talking to Wyatt Russell, you know.
I only watched one trailer and that's all I'm gonna watch.
Okay, well, John Walker, aka US Agent, aka you know what they call him, like Dollar Store Captain America at one point. And I think it was with him. There was a comment of like, you know, like what serum did you get? And Bucky was just like the original or something like that. Like,
yeah. Not like, that knockoff.
We're getting a lot of super soldiers out here now. But then we got David Harbour coming in as Sorry, yes, David Harbour as Alexei Shostakov, or the Red Guardian, or
I have an old
Russian
Captain
dollar
America.
store, Captain America.
I have an old Captain America. It was one of my favorite first comic books I ever got. I got off a kid on the playground. I still have it to this day, but like the cover's like taped on, but it has Red Guardian in it. It's an old Captain America.
Really?
It's got Red Skull and shit in it.
And then we're jumping over to some of the slightly lesser known. We got Olga Kurilenko coming back as Antonia Dreykov, also known as the Taskmaster. So at first I didn't like that they made the Taskmaster the daughter of the dude from the Red Room. I don't know. It just didn't feel organic to me from, the comics.
Comic book character that can like imitate your moves and beat the living shit
watch
out of you.
And then boom, imitate it perfectly. Yeah, this was more of like a programmed, brainwashing dealio. So hopefully they give her some type of revival in this.
Or she dies right away.
That'd be okay too. Kind of like the beginning of the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. What really sucks though is because I've seen Olga in a lot of other shows. She was in a really cool 1950s Vegas type thing with Danny Houston and like Negan from The Walking Dead. She's been in some things. She's been a really good actress. I think she was even in that Hitman movie. I think she was in there too.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong, but I thought she was in that one too. She's a good actress, but they didn't give her shit to do as Taskmaster.
No.
Like nothing.
A few fight scenes and that was it. We got Hannah John Kamen coming in as Ava Starr, or Ghost, coming back from, what was that? Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Quantumania. Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Valentina.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Allegra, yeah, that one. I can't.
She's in fucking Seinfeld.
I never watched it.
You don't know who Julia Louis-Dreyfus is?
I know who she is, but I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Well, I love how you just jumped over Lewis Pullman as Bob/Sentry.
Saving that for the end.
Just cut my part out then.
No, I won't. Yes, Lewis Pullman as Bob, aka Sentry. I am really excited for them to bring Sentry into this. I want to see how they play it. Please don't screw it up.
Can you pronounce to me who is playing Mel?
Geraldine Viswanathan. Viswanathan as Mel, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine's assistant. Thank you for.
I'm just curious. I was starting to do that in my head. I was like, let him fuck it up first.
We got Chris Bauer and Wendell Edward Pierce. Don't know who they're playing, but they're listed here.
I'll also get Lawrence Fishburne apparently back, Rachel Weisz, Bill Foster, and some Harrison Ford is supposed to make a cameo as well. So, how excited are you about the Thunderbolts? Did you read the comics at all?
10 out of 10.
When they first came out?
Not when they first came out. That was a long time ago.
Like Citizen V and all those dudes?
I have some of them, but I've gone back on different websites and like bought digital copies and read some of the originals. And yeah, I'm a 10 out of 10 excited for this one.
I am super fucking excited for that. I'm at a 9-10 as well. Like
the trailer, I watched the extended trailer, but that's all. I'm done now. I got my fill of, okay, what do I think this is going to be like? Is it going to be decent or not? And yeah, I think it's going to be.
Do you think it's going to match the Suicide Squad?
No, but in a better way. So I personally, I feel that this cast is all likable characters that we've seen at some point, for the most part. I mean, there's some that, like you said, we don't really know yet. I'd like to get to know them a little better. And it looks like it's going to be a heavy action movie laced with some decent, like, sarcastic humor. My hopes for this is maybe the best thing from Marvel since Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wow, that was so long ago.
I know, right?
I mean, we're not getting this till May.
I know.
I mean, it's going to be a minute.
It is going to be a minute. But I really feel that this could be like the first Avengers all over again. A solid team up of people that really shouldn't work together, but they do. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, they all have rough edges.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be.
Well, and like that brief teaser that they showed, like, months ago, of them all in the room and then they all start fighting each other. Like, right off the bat, you know that there's going to be a lot of tension.
Uh-huh.
I mean, because that's probably like the first 20 minutes of the movie.
I like that they're all kind of espionage type people, too. They all have to do with government agencies of some sort. It's always kind of off the books and black book shit. I feel like even with Captain America in this one, it's a lot of political intrigue type, political incident type stuff. And we're getting away from aliens and alternate dimensions. We're starting to get in, well, maybe we're our own enemies type shit again.
Well, that's because
I love
the multiverse hasn't worked since Endgame, people. I don't know if it was on purpose or not giving anything away, but there's a brief scene towards the end of the one extended trailer of Bucky on a motorcycle holding his rifle up, with one hand.
Uh-huh.
Very, very similar to a depiction of him in one of the older comic books. I don't know. We'll see if they actually, try and keep it fairly accurate to like the actual personalities, or if they're going to try and go a whole different direction and give them more of that likable personality. Because some of them you're not supposed to like. Like, they're likable characters, but in the sense that you're supposed to hate them.
Yeah.
Like, you are not supposed to like U.S. Agent. He's a dick.
Yeah, well, in the comics, he just went too hardcore. That's all. And like, I never, in the comics, I don't know why you're not supposed to like Yelena. Red Guardian was basically just a Captain America for Russia. He was just doing his country.
I've always liked Yelena.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Sentry. Well, we're not even sure how much story you're going to include with there. But
I want to know if we're going to get to see Sentry's comic book accurate.
I doubt it.
Arch villain, or if like maybe it'll be an end credit scene. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to give anything away there. If you know, you know. But that alone could make a whole movie in itself.
I don't believe they're going to let all the cat out of the bag there.
He is a very complex character.
Yeah, and pretty powerful, too. So let's talk about another creature that's pretty powerful when it wants to do crazy, weird things. We're on May 23rd. We're getting Lilo and Stitch, a live-action reimagining of Disney 2002 classic. Lilo and Stitch is a wildly funny and touching story of a lonely Hawaiian girl and a fugitive alien who helps to mend her broken heart and become part of her family. Yeah, we're getting all the same characters, but we're getting Maya Kaloa. We're getting Sydney. I don't know. Butcher some of these names.
That says Agudon.
Agudon? Agudon. Okay.
Agudon.
Zach Galifianakis. I can say that. Chris Sanders, Billy Magnuson, Tia Carrere. I know who the hell that is. Tia Carrere, dude. You haven't seen her since the 90s, man. I mean, I'm sure she's done something. Hannah Waddingham. I love her, dude. She's from Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
She plays the owner. She's awesome. Courtney B. Vance. I haven't heard that name in a minute either. We got Jason Scott Lee. See, that's cool because he did. I mean, somebody's like he did the voice in the cartoon. So to have Jason Scott Lee in here, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. How did you like the cartoon? Because this was like they were still doing regular the classic animation style at this point. They weren't doing the Pixar stuff yet.
No, this is still old school cartoon styled. Yes and no. Like, I didn't care for it. Like, I think I saw it like twice, mostly at like friends' houses, but it wasn't one that I would go out of my way to watch. It was just never one that really appealed to me.
Well, I just got out of high school in 2001, and then this came out, so I really wasn't on the
2001.
Lilo and Stitch type
I had just started high school.
Oh well.
So
okay.
No, yeah, this is a little bit after me.
Well, I mean,
I was too old for this.
I was way too old, and you were too old. Yeah.
So when we went to see Moana 2, one of the trailers in the beginning was a like 30-second teaser of a sandcastle, and then you see these big blue like paw feet stomping it like a big monster rocking through a city. And I got to say, the live action CGI for Stitch, it actually did look decent.
It looks better than the dwarves. I'll say that.
It looks better than Sonic did.
Yeah. Yeah, I will still, I mean, the reimaginings, like, I've already seen the original. I don't know why I need to see it in a different format.
Right.
So I'm going to give this one for me a 4. I'm not excited about it at all.
Yeah, I have a 2 because you will probably end up having to see it with the kids.
12 times.
Yeah. I'll probably see it with the kids, but I am absolutely not going to suggest it or go out of my way to see it.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain likable features about the movie. I mean, it's got a whole entire animated TV show for like a couple seasons too. After,
I mean,
so like, I'm not sure.
It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad premise. It's just it wasn't something I ever got into. I can't get excited about something that I don't care about.
Well, let's move on to something maybe we care a little bit more on. Why don't you tell us about what's happening May 23rd?
May 23rd is another one I don't really care about. It is supposedly the final Mission Impossible. The Final Reckoning. Supposedly, this is the finale of the entire franchise. They're ending it here. This is the last movie.
I'm still like a movie and a half behind or something.
So Ethan Hunt
2 movies
is still alive somehow. And the rest of the IMF. What was that? Impossible Mission Foundation?
Impossible Mission Force.
Really? The Impossible Mission Force for Anyways. They attempt to save the world. Picking up from the cliffhanger ending the 2023 Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Tom Cruise is, of course, coming back as Ethan Hunt. Haley Atwell is coming in as Captain Britain. Grace. Ving Rhames as Luther Stickle. I love me some Ving Rhames. That
He's a good actor.
He is. Simon Pegg as Benji Dunn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Impossible Missions Force.
Oh, my bad. That makes all the difference. Vanessa Kirby as Alana Mitsopoulos.
Hey, she's going to be Sue Storm.
Oh, you're right. That's why I know that name. Okay. Let's bounce down through the list here. Angela Bassett as Erica Sloan. Nick Offerman as Sydney.
You jumped right over Palm Clementoff?
Yeah, I didn't know how to say the last name.
She plays Mantis.
Oh,
the Galaxy.
Okay. Yeah, I never actually knew her name. Another Hannah Waddington coming in.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Dude, she's killing it now. She's a great actress.
McCallany, Greg Tarzan, Janet McTeer, Mariella Garriga. Yeah, so I am 99% sure that I haven't seen any of these movies since the second one.
Whoa, dude. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you a Tom Cruise no thank you guy?
No, it's not that. It's that I saw the first one when I was pretty young, and the scene where the coach from the Mighty Ducks is sitting on top of the elevator and gets crushed.
But was he?
The thing came down.
Oh, you're talking at the end. Okay, yeah.
Stabbed him in the face as the elevator went up because the stupid hackers.
The guy from Varsity Blues, yeah. John Voight. He was a coach in Varsity Blues.
No, I thought that was. I thought the dude on top of the elevator got crushed, and the first one was the coach from.
Oh, yeah, you're saying so. Yeah,
what's his name? Emilio
Estevez. But then the coach, but John Voight also did play a football coach. So I was like, wait a minute, what part of the movie were you in?
Okay,
I just forgot what character you're talking about.
And that kind of, I don't know why, but that scene's the one that like hardcore stuck with me.
He died like early in that movie.
It was like half an hour in tops.
He was gone. Well, they took Josh Holloway from Lost when he was in one of them at the beginning. He gets killed off in one of the beginning of the movies.
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
Like they took these big names and they're just like, oh, by the way,
you're 20 minutes in, you're done.
And then the second one, the only thing I remember is it might have been in the first one too, is like the voice and face changing sticker they put on their necks. And
I liked part 2, man.
Yeah, they were good. But then I don't think I ever watched one after that. I really don't.
Did you?
How many are there? Like 10?
Oh, hell, I don't know which one this is. Probably like 8 or something.
Mission Impossible 37.
So you didn't see the Henry Cavill one?
I did not.
Or even see the fight in the bathroom with Henry Cavill and Tom Cruise, all that. So, okay. Well.
No, but I do know that, I guess that's where Henry Cavill's the Cavalrine. That's where his little pump thing with his punches come from. It was a carryover from Mission Impossible. And according to this...
It's also the reasoning we have horrible mustache CGI Superman.
I do remember hearing about that. Yeah. According to this will be the 8th Mission Impossible movie.
You guys said 8. That was good. That was right on.
Original, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, and then we go into Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation.
I like Ghost Protocol. That one's good.
Fallout, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and now this is the final Reckoning.
See, Ghost Protocol, like, for all the movies before that, like, everything goes right for Tom Cruise. You know, Ethan Hunt's like, oh, I'm suave. I feel like in Ghost Protocol, everything was going wrong for like half the movie. Everything he tried to do was just like, what the fuck is it? She was just falling apart.
Which one? I know there was one. Like, I guess he refuses to have stunt doubles for the most part. He likes to do his own stunts, I guess. There was one where he had to do like this massive motorcycle jump or something like that.
I don't know. There's been so many stunts.
I can't remember now, but it was one of those things where like he wanted to do it himself, and they were just like, dude, you're going to need a ton of safety equipment.
It's probably the second one. I don't know.
But I gave it a 0 because I haven't seen 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Maybe this is one. If you convince me to do an episode, I will, just like some of the massive franchises we did last season, I'll sit down and watch them all. But I mean, I'm not a big action adventure type guy. I'm definitely more of like a comedy. So I would have to make myself sit down and watch this.
I'll give it a 7 only because I didn't watch the last one or the one before it. I just haven't really had time.
What do you get the franchise as a whole?
The ones I've seen so far, I got up all the way to Ronda Rousey, the one she's in.
Yeah, that doesn't help me at all.
Or no, I take it back. That was one of the Fast and Furious. So Fast and Furious and Mission Impossible were both set in Dubai at one point in glass buildings.
Mission Impossible, like
I don't know why they haven't crossed over at this point.
They should have shown like, is that the one where they drive the car between buildings?
They were like in the same fucking buildings.
They should have shown that in the background while they were doing something in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, like while the sandstorm was going as they were going through the streets. As a whole, I like this series. I enjoy it, but I just haven't had time to keep up with it. And I don't have anybody. I feel like these are movies you want to watch with somebody because they're so big. And Emily will not watch these Tom Cruise movies. Absolutely fucking not.
So this could be a Patreon thing where we go through.
Yeah, it could be. I do this for Patreon. But for this one here, I'll give it a 7 only because I am behind.
See, I don't know if I would.
No, well, we can discuss
If people requested it, I would do it.
I bet you would for the next one.
We could totally set up a poll and have people vote on what movie they want us to react to on Patreon if we ever get Patreon people.
We
Just
should.
a thought.
Would you be excited for what comes out on May 30th? Karate Kid Legends. So Daniel arrives in Beijing, where Mr. Han has been seeking him out. Han has a new protege, Li Fong. The two mentors must collaborate to instruct Li Fong, but it remains to be seen if their instructional approaches will be compatible. You get Jackie Chan as Mr. Han, Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, Ben Wang is Li Fong, Joshua Jackson is Victor, Sadie Stanley is in this, Ming Na Wen. Isn't she from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a lot of really cool people in here. Have you watched any of the Karate Kid movies? Okay, and that was it.
That's the only thing I've ever watched with the entire.
So you didn't watch Cobra Kai at all?
I did not.
Okay, so I'm saying that I'm just going to predict that you're at a 0 on this.
I am.
Oh.
All I remember is that Daniel-san cheated.
Well, it was an illegal kick.
He cheated.
It's an illegal face kick.
Yes.
You can't do that.
Yeah. Do they ever address that in Cobra Kai?
Yeah, damn right Johnny does. You're damn right. You're damn right they do.
Was it Billy Zabka?
Yeah, dude, Billy Zabka's a cool, I like Cobra Kai.
I remember he showed up a couple times on Big Bang Theory.
And the whole Cobra Kai thing, there was I don't remember what artist they were, but some band did a song called Sweep the Leg Johnny. And it's seeing Johnny as an adult, and he's having a shitty life, and he's having a horrible, and he gets hit by a car, and all these things go wrong. And like, man, dude, Johnny went to shit. And that's basically the first episode of Cobra Kai. You see how horrible Johnny's living ever since. His world fell apart.
Cheated.
Yeah, well, I mean, he lost his karate. And so that's a whole thing. Watch the damn show. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it's a whole reasoning why there's things to do with his parents and stuff too, why he kind of went to the dumps. But it's a redemption story. So yeah, this is merging the two franchises, the one with Jackie Chan and the original series. They're bringing them together. They're going to be in the same universe.
What about Will Smith's kid?
No, people have asked, and there's no mention of him. And there's nobody from Cobra Kai showing up in here either. So people are like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, interesting.
Why are you bringing anybody in? But this is about Daniel LaRusso. This isn't about them.
Okay.
I give it, only because I'm really kind of high on Cobra Kai right now, I'm going to give this a 7. This is weird when you don't normally get, this is like, say, the Chucky AI somehow gets brought into John Mancini's, is
this the one where they're going to try and bring Mr. Miyagi back through AI or through visual effects?
They did that already. In Cobra Kai.
They already did.
It was very quick.
Oh, okay.
Very quick. It wasn't blatant, like, oh my God, this in here for fucking 2 hours. No, it was very quick.
Oh, it wasn't Rook?
No, it wasn't Rook Long. No.
Okay.
No, definitely not. Yeah, so you give it a 0. I give it a 7. I don't know what else Jonathan Entwistle has directed, but he's directing this. So I feel like I've heard that name before, though. I thought it was like an actor, but yeah.
Well, as much as we talk about movies, I assume yeah.
Why don't you drive us into June?
All right. Well, moving into June, we are going to be looking at on June 6th, From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Taking place during the events of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Eve Macaro, is that right, Macaro?
Sure.
Begins her training in the assassin traditions of the Ruska Roma. I'm just going to say Eve Macaro is being played by Ana de Armas.
And
she is a phenomenal actress.
She's a great ballerina, I will tell you this.
Angelica Houston, I'm not sure.
Angelica Houston.
The director. Gabrielle Byrne as the Chancellor.
Gabrielle Byrne as the Chancellor.
The main antagonist of the film.
He's a good bad guy. How are they going to do Lance Reddick? Did he film his scenes already?
I don't know. Yeah, Lance Reddick as Sharon or Charon. I'm not honestly
I think it's
sure
Sharon. I think in the movies they call him Sharon.
He's the concierge at the Continental Hotel. I'm not sure what they're going to do there. Hopefully it's not more, CGI, but I mean, it very well could be. We are getting to a point where that is getting a little bit better, but I don't know. We'll see.
Too soon, man. It's too fucking soon.
Catalina Sandino Moreno is in this. Norman Reedus as Pine, a mysterious man.
Oh, okay, man. Hell yeah. I mean, why not? He's got to do something that's not the fucking Walking Dead. Like, come on. Do something different.
I know, right?
If he has that same haircut, don't be pissed. Like, you got to cut that
No,
hair
you
out.
got to clean that up for this. You
Like,
got to
come
clean
on.
that up. Ian McShane coming in as
Oh,
Winston Scott.
Love Ian McShane.
He is
His
the
voice.
enigmatic owner of the Continental Hotel, if you remember that gentleman.
I do.
And you're not going to believe this. Keanu
What?
Reeves as John Wick.
Yeah. Like, this isn't like, oh, this is happening, but you're never going to see John Wick. No,
Yeah.
he's here. He's
Yep.
here.
And then I guess Sharon Duncan Brewster makes an appearance instructing Eve and other trainees.
The Nogi.
And David, what is that?
Castaneda.
Also has an appearance as well. So all in all,
Castaneda?
I have only seen the first 2 John Wicks. I never got around to the third. I think there's 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I think there's 4.
And I only watched the first one because I believe it was you and John gave me a hard time at one point because I'd never seen them. So I watched the first 2. I know our listener, Eric, I know he gave me a heck of a hard time because I'd never seen them. And I have to admit, they're very good movies. They're great popcorn movies. However, I can't give it the hype that everybody does. They're just a Keanu Reeves action movie to me. Like,
it is legitimately Keanu Reeves starting the movie killing somebody and ending the movie killing somebody. It's just how many people can you stick in front of him?
Yeah.
And you give him a pencil and a hatchet and whatever and just let him go to work.
But
there's so many movies that have been coming out that are basically John Wick ripoffs at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, dude,
Like The
I've
Accountant.
seen this 1,000 times already. Which one?
That's The Accountant.
The Accountant was before John Wick, I think.
To be fair, if somebody took away my dog, I'd be pretty jacked.
Yeah. Well, there was more to that. Like, oh, they killed his dog. There was more to it than killing a dog.
Yeah, I know.
I give this excitement level only because Anna de Armas is in it, and I get to see Ian McShane and maybe the last remnants of Lance Reddick. I'm going to give this a 7 for me.
Okay.
I wasn't huge on the last John Wick movie. I liked the first 3. I thought the last one was like kind of limping to the finish line. But this, no, they have a TV show called The Continental too that I've never watched. I don't know. I think it's on Amazon or something, maybe Prime. I don't know. So I mean, I'll check it out. I'm not going to go to the theater to see it, but she was already in James Bond kicking ass. She was in the one with Chris Evans here recently where she was an agent kicking ass. So shit, why not be a ballerina and kill people too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give it a 6 out of 10 just because I've only seen the first 2. I do need to catch up to understand the whole story, especially if this takes place parallel to the third one.
I don't think it's like completely parallel. I think it just happens during the time. I don't think
I'm sure there'll be some type of crossover. Now, is this, I didn't even notice, is this a movie or a series?
It's a movie.
It is a movie. Okay. So, yeah, I'm excited, mostly. We'll see how it goes.
What about the next one? Are you excited about this one?
Weirdly, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I feel like this is going to be like the little boy who got out of the water.
Yeah,
in Italy.
that's exactly what I was going to compare it to.
That movie was pretty decent. And I think that's the name of the movie. The little boy gets out of the water and drives a Vespa. June 13th, we have Elio, an animated movie. Elio is a space fanatic with an active imagination and a huge alien obsession. So when he's beamed up to the communeverse, the commune, no, he goes to a commune, an interplanetary organization with representatives from galaxy far and wide, Elio's all in for the epic undertaking. Mistakenly identified as Earth's leader, Elio must form new bonds, eccentric alien life forms, navigate a crisis intergalactic proportions, and somehow discover who and where he is truly meant to be. And I apologize, I had my commas completely wrong there. Those were some broken sentences. Even after I read it, I was like, that was wrong. I apologize.
And I think it's communiverse, like community universe.
The commune.
Not a commune.
Fucking hip little dudes with baby little
You're like,
ponytails.
when he's beamed up to the cultiverse.
We have Jonas Kibrebe plays Elio Solis. Jamila Jamil, she's funny as shit. She's playing Ambassador Cuesta. Brad Garrett as Lord Grygon. That just sounds cool. Zoe Zeldana, she's gonna be another alien person. Remy Edgerly as Glordon. Shirley Henderson as That's what, 5 O's. So yeah, there's a couple big names in here. I have got this at a 4 or 5, only because I don't really go upon myself to watch animated movies. I'm going to put this on a list of animated movies I'm going to watch in the future.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds fun. You ask, like, I don't know, 12-year-old me, I'd be like, yeah, I'd probably be like, this sounds cool as shit. And it does sound cool now, but I don't know. It's an animated kids movie. Lugo, was that the other one? Luca.
Yeah. The mermaid dude.
And that was actually a decent flick, though.
That was.
It
It wasn't bad.
So I'm sure the same people that are doing that did this.
I gave this a 7 out of 10.
A lot of kids movies coming out this year.
There are, yeah. A 7 out of 10. Because it's sci-fi, it's aliens, it's animated.
Let me know how it is.
It just looks like it could be fun. And I mean, come on. I have kids. Like I said, I'm gonna be watching movies with them. And so the little bit of a trailer I saw for this before Moana, the kid keeps going outside trying to get abducted by aliens until he finally does.
Oh.
And then that's how all the stuff starts. So, like, I mean, that's always space and everything's always been something I've been fascinated by. So, sure, maybe it'll spark my kids' interest even more. My one daughter's already obsessed with space. So, who knows? Maybe she'll try and get abducted.
There's a lot of it out there. Oh, I'm sure they're going to be excited for the next one as well.
I don't know. I'm excited for the next one. So, the next one coming June 13th is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action adaptation. All right, I know we just said we're done with live action adaptations.
But this isn't a Disney one that's like made in the 30s, 40s, or 50s.
Why do you sound drunk all of a sudden?
I just drink a lot of water.
Oh, okay. So this is a live action version of the animated film.
Or was it vodka?
We'll
never know.
You didn't share. On the rugged Isle of Berk, a Viking boy named Hiccup defies centuries of tradition by befriending a dragon named Toothless. However, when an ancient threat emerges that endangers both species, Hiccup's friendship with Toothless becomes the key to forging a new future, and together they must navigate the delicate path towards peace, soaring beyond the boundaries of their world and redefining what it means to be a hero and a leader. Okay, so, holy crap, we've got Mason Thames coming in as Hiccup, the horrendous Haddock III, the incredibly awkward son of Stoic the Vast. I'm just going to throw this out there now. If you haven't seen the animated movie, please go watch it.
The first one's good. I don't know about the other ones.
Second one, decent. Third one, nah.
The first one's decent.
You know, it's okay. The first one, however, I think is one of the greatest animated movies that they've made. Like, it just everything about it feels really, really clean and good, and I loved it.
It still looks good today.
I mean, my kids loved it.
No, we do. We love Lord of the Rings, D&D. This is the fucking dragons.
Oh, yeah, I know. All right, and then we have Gerard Butler as Stoic the Vast, the voice actor from the movies. Dude, like, he is that character. So for him to pick up the mantle, kind of like The Rock and Maui, you could not get a better choice. Thankfully, both of them have the body builds. They can pretty much pull it off. But
yeah, well, I'll say now, I think Gerard Butler might be a better actor than The Rock.
Oh, I'll say it. I will absolutely say that.
So, you know.
Nico Parker playing Astrid Hofferman. Nick Frost as Gobber the Belch.
Nick Frost, now I saw his name pop up here. Skeleton Crew. He does the voice of the robot in Skeleton Crew.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, who's doing that voice? I looked it up as I was watching. I was like, oh shit, that's Nick Frost. Hell yeah. Continue.
I'm a little sad, though, that he's doing the voice of Gobber. In the original, the voice of Gobber was Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, he can pull it off.
Very distinctive voice, but you're right. I think he might be able to pull it off. So we'll see. We'll see. Julian Dennison as Fishlegs Ingerman. If you're not sure who that is the super annoying kid from Deadpool 2. I didn't like him in that at all.
I don't really like that kid in anything.
I'm hoping he does better in this, but...
everybody was complaining about Mason Thames. I was like, why is this kid in here?
No, Mason Thames, his there was a clip I saw online. It was like a little 30-second teaser and then like a 2-minute snippet of just, hey, you know, here's some of the animation styles. Here's what we're doing. Here's the CGI style or whatever. And then they showed a little bit of him and that Nico Parker's auditions. And I think he's actually going to be really, really good at this. I really do. Then we have Gabrielle Howell as Snotlout, Brownin James as Roughnut, Harry, Treveldwyn as Toughnut, the sister.
Treveldwyn sounds like a wizard.
Brother, yeah, sister.
Doesn't that just sound like a wizard somewhere? The mighty Treveldwyn.
And then we have Ruth Codd as Flem. I think that's a new character. I'm not sure who Flem is.
Phlegma?
Well, it's pronounced Flem.
Why the fuck is there an A at the end of it?
Why is there a G? Flem.
What about Peter Serafinowicz as Murray MacArthur?
Peter, was it Serafinowicz and Murray MacArthur?
It's not as Murray MacArthur.
Yeah, cast in undisclosed roles.
Words are hard.
Odds are they'll be the villains. or a form of the villain. In the first movie, there were no real villains other than themselves. But so from what I saw from the teaser trailer, again, before Moana 2, I got to see it all over again, a slightly longer version. I'm hoping, knock on wood, it looks like they're holding insanely close to the animated movie. Like, the trailer, everything I saw felt almost like shot for shot from the animated movie.
I didn't watch the trailer. I'm not gonna.
I will tell you this. The CGI for, like, Toothless is phenomenal. Everything from, like...
I've seen something that was on TV quick, but I looked away.
Like, when he's laying down, he opens his eye, and, like, the eye focuses, like, to the texture of the skin. Like, it looks so good. But it also looks incredibly true to
I feel like
the
you
movie.
just, like, for word said what you said on the last podcast.
It is highly possible.
Like, did
Okay.
you just have this memorized? Like, I feel like I just re-listened to that.
This is a 10 for 10 on me. 10 out of 10. Like, right off the bat. I kid you not. I personally am incredibly excited to see this, and I might drag you to the theater
I don't know. I'm only at a
with a notebook, and we'll sit there and take notes.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm only at like a 6. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I want to see Gerard Butler, but like, I've already seen the fucking movie, man. I already know what the movie is. I already know how the movie starts, I know how the movie is in the middle, and I know how it ends. Why do I need a movie shot for shot exactly like the damn animated movie that still looks good today?
Because the
Why?
damn animated movie was done perfectly.
So come up with a different movie.
No, don't. Give us the live action that's not garbage. That's not twisted like all the live actions we're getting. Do it right. That's my request. Okay, that's all right.
I just want another original. I mean, we're not doing remake. Look, we are doing remakes now, but instead of just doing remakes, like we just got new actors. Now we're just remaking it from animation to live now. Like, what are we doing?
We went back and redid.
We have like no original ideas now. Zero original ideas.
If we went back and redid
None.
Dead Horse Beatdown, would you put remakes on that?
I probably would.
Okay, so what about Scream 7?
It's not a remake. It's a sequel.
What about How I Know What You Did Last Summer 14?
That one I'm intrigued because they only did 2.
3.
Did they do 3?
They did do 3.
What was the third one about?
They still know what you did last summer. Still.
Always? Or was that the one
I'll always.
My point is, and the last one was like fucking 20 some years ago.
Well, yeah.
When was Train Your Dragon? When did that movie come out? Like 2008 or some shit?
I think it was like 1987.
I mean, if they like redid Dragonheart, I'd be like, okay.
2010.
Oh, shit.
Shut up. Shut up.
So 14 years ago, nobody even knows what that movie is.
All right, fine. So speaking of, what'd you say, 28 years ago?
Yeah. Well, we're going to jump to June 20th to 28 years later. Britain is 28 years later into the terrible plague of infected people who are violent, rabid humans with a few pockets of uninfected communities. And it centers around a young boy who wants to find a doctor to help his dying mother. Well, I feel like we've already seen this movie, but that's fine. We're getting Cillian Murphy back as Jim. Aaron Taylor Johnson, probably jacked as shit as Jamie.
Well, he has
Jodie
to be.
Comer.
He's Craven.
He was ripped before that. Ralph Fiennes is going to be in this. Who is ripped? Dude, I didn't put it on this list. It's nowhere here but his Odyssey movie because I didn't realize it was coming out at some point. He plays Odysseus. The dude's fucking shredded, man.
Did you say Jack Fiennes?
No, Ralph Fiennes.
Okay, I think you said Jack Fiennes.
Jack O'Connell's in this. Aaron Kellyman, Edvin Rudending.
Sure.
Just how you're going to say it.
Sure, we'll go with that.
It's Lundqvist. So yeah, we're just getting, you got your 28 days later, 28 months later, and now you're getting 28 years later. The fact that we're getting all these people back and this is just going to be this cool thing. Because I mean, it has been 28 years since the last movie. And that's just magic to do it like that. When they did Halloween H2O, it'd been 20 years. Now we're getting 28 years. I'm not generally a big zombie guy, but the fact that I really enjoyed the first movie, I wasn't big on the second one. I'm going to end up rewatching it, of course, during my horror watch. But I thought the first one was really good. This was around the time we were getting those damn Resident Evil movies. And I was like, fuck, man, this one seemed more intelligent than those. You get some really bad CGI guy with some weird hand shit doing stuff.
The only thing I solidly remember about any of these movies was Robert Carlyle being a piece of crap, leaving his wife and daughter.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Her son. But where's 28 months later?
We're going to find out. They're going to tell us. They're going to tell us. I give my excitement for this one a 7/8, only because it's been so long. And Cillian Murphy is just, he's doing this and Peaky Blinders. He's filming them probably at like the same time. You know, he's a wonder to actors these days. He's so good. I didn't like Oppenheimer much, but he's a killer actor.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
And Ralph Fiennes, The Menu, whew, Voldemort.
Yeah, he brought it.
Cillian Murphy should be Voldemort. No? Okay.
Yeah.
And they just have Ralph Fiennes do it again. That's fine.
I mean, I think he did great the first time around, so why not?
So, like I said, at 7-8, what do you give this? Your excitement level?
I give it a 7.
A 7?
I
Over there, you looked like totally uninterested.
No, well, I enjoyed the first two. I did. Like I said, I mean, Robert Carlyle, I love the actor, but I hated him in that so much. But it's okay. He gets his up and comings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is one I might actually go watch because you got to see what happens next.
Good horror movie.
I mean,
hopefully. We can jump to the next one because
we can skip the next one if you want to.
No, we got to talk about it.
Do we gotta?
We got to. We can be quick about it.
Fine.
We're coming towards the end of this.
Fine. Okay.
I think we're over half the year now.
All right. So coming June 24th is Ironheart. All right. Go ahead. Next.
Riri Williams
No.
and MIT.
All right, fine. Riri Williams, an MIT student, returns to Chicago and gets involved with Parker Robbins, also known as the Hood.
There's so many damn Parkers, man.
The Hood. Do you remember that from something else? Arrow? She uncovers secrets that pit technology against magic, putting her on a path of adventure and danger. Dominic Thorne coming in as Riri Williams, and also known as Ironheart. Anthony Ramos as Parker Robbins, the Hood.
Anthony Ramos, he was the guy from the Black Terminator that splits in two, right? Oh, no. Wait a minute.
No.
I'm clicking on his face. We know this guy. He's been in some bad horror movies somewhere. Oh, he does he did that singing thing where it was like
Hamilton. He was in Twister.
I've never seen fucking Hamilton. Everybody always just like am I just missing some major cultural fucking thing with Hamilton?
No, I'm reading. I'm reading it on IMDb.
Oh, Jesus.
A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga and
not the one I was talking about.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, he was in that one.
He apparently did a voice in Trolls World Tour.
Yeah.
He was in The Bad Guys.
Yeah, he was in Twisters. I remember that now. Anyway, we move on.
Yeah, anyways. So, yeah, they're in it. They're doing stuff. Lyric Ross as Natalie Washington, Riri's best friend. Alden Ehrenreich as Joe McGillicuddy.
Fucking McGillicuddy. What?
McGillicuddy, yep. Reagan Alia. Doesn't say who they're going to be. Manny Montana as Cousin John. I like that. Cousin John. And then, other people. So...
Oh, we forgot about Jim Rash. He's going to reprise his role as Dean of MIT.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Ironheart was easily my least favorite character in Black Panther 2.
Yeah.
The CGI...
Well, no, I don't like Riri.
Dude.
Who is the sister named Riri?
No,
this is Riri.
This is Riri. The sister was Shuri.
Yeah, well, Shuri, Riri, whatever.
I
don't
liked
like
her more than Riri. The characters. I don't know. I did not like Ironheart in Black Panther 2 at all. I didn't like the CGI. Like, it was awful.
Oh, it looked plastic.
But we've talked about this before.
Yeah, we're not going to beat it over.
That and Ant-Man Quantumania, same time, same studios. They both suffered. I gave it a 3 out of 10. And now, hear me out.
I concur.
I gave it that simply because it's Marvel. And I feel at some point we're going to have to watch it for continuity reasons.
It's a TV show or a movie?
It is a show. It's a miniseries.
Okay. All right. So they might expand it better.
But just like Ms. Marvel, if you didn't watch that, you were a little bit lost watching The Marvels. You could probably go without either of them. But I feel like eventually this is going to come into play somewhere, probably Young Avengers, and you're going to need it. 3 out of 10. I'm going to watch it. I don't know if I want to watch it, but I'm going to watch it.
I don't have any fucking interest, but I'll go with 3.
So, yay, woohoo, that's that. Okay, please move on now.
All right.
Please move on to something that doesn't suck.
All right, let's go on to June 27th. We're getting Mem 3 GAN 2.0.
Meg 3 GAN. I told you, it should have been MEG 4N.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yes,
hindsight's 2020. We're getting Megan 2.0. Plot unknown. Now, fair warning, from this point on, there's going to be some things that we'll quickly talk about where we know they're coming out. We know roughly what the dates are, but the plot is under wraps. So this is one of the movies we don't know. So we could hypothesize that this is Megan somehow surviving the last movie, coming back to wreak havoc against people. We're getting Allison Williams back as Gemma, the creator of Megan. Didn't you say you just watched this movie?
Yes. So
the
today,
first one,
actually.
Yeah. Okay.
After we did the Naughty AI episode, and so here, just a little bit of funness for y'all. We are recording this episode a couple days after that episode went live. So in the past few days, getting ready for this episode, I saw Megan 2 was on there. I figured, all right, we just did Naughty AI. Screw it. I'm going to watch it. It was a good Chucky movie.
What did you like better, Chucky or Megan?
Oh, Chucky with Mark Hamill by far.
Yeah, it was just more fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
But basically, we're getting a lot of people from the first movie back in this, so we're going to say that Megan's probably going to come back and try to kill him. For my rating on this, I'm going to say a 6, only because I didn't hate the first one. I'm hoping that because they're already past the origin part of this, that they can just kick the door open and do some crazy shit. We don't need some fucking paint by numbers. You have to do this in a horror movie origin story.
Right.
Like you can do something different. So I'm going to say about a 6-ish is my level for this. You just watched the first one today, so how about you?
6.
6. Okay, we're at the same position.
The first one I felt was a good popcorn movie, but nothing I'm going to go back and like get excited to rewatch.
There was nothing to me that was like, oh my God.
It was very paint by number.
Yeah.
And for the most part, this is just I need to see what happens next. Who does she kill now?
Would you rather watch Megan 2 or Subservience 2?
Subservience 2.
And that wraps up June. We can move on to July. Why don't you take us into July? I'm not sure what I'm saying.
Yeah, I have no idea why you're saying it like that. I don't know. But coming the 2nd of July, I am not really ashamed, but slightly ashamed to say that I am excited for Jurassic World Rebirth.
I'm so excited.
5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion,
the movie I never finished.
The planet's ecology has proven largely inhospitable to dinosaurs. In other words, it doesn't like them. Those remaining exist in isolated equatorial environments with climates resembling the one in which they once thrived. In other words, hot, humid, and rainy. The 3 most colossal creatures within the tropical biosphere hold the key to a drug that will bring miraculous life-saving benefits to humankind. Wow.
Anaconda.
Yeah.
Blood orchid.
So we got Scarlett Johansson playing a skilled operative named Zora Bennett.
Do you think she's skilled at handling anacondas?
Hand-to-hand combat with dinosaurs. Yes, I do. So her job is literally get the 3 biggest dinos and get their DNA.
Tubuco.
Wow. So, all right, Scarlett Johansson as Zora Bennett. Mahershala Ali, again, coming back around as Duncan Kincaid. Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis. Rupert Friend as Martin Krebs.
I swear if they're doing Dr. Loomis just because whoever wrote this movie liked Halloween. Stop putting fucking Loomis in every movie, man. Like, I love Dr. Loomis. I love Halloween, but, like, just stop, man. Just fucking stop.
Oh, you didn't know? The Jurassic franchise is a prequel to Halloween. Then we got Manuel Garcia Rolfo as Ruben Delgado. I love it. The father of a shipwrecked civilian family. Oh, okay. Luna Blaze as Ruben's eldest daughter. David Icono as Ruben's son. Adrena Miranda as Ruben's youngest daughter.
Hey, whatever happened to Rupert Stuttered?
And then other people. Who?
The guy who won like one of those voice shows or one of the American Idol. Ruben Stuttered. He was the big
Ruben. Oh.
Yeah, whatever happened to that dude, man?
Yeah, he got eaten by a dinosaur.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Now we know.
All right, so here's the deal.
Give me the lowdown.
Here's the lowdown.
You forgot Ed Skrein is in this.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I just skipped.
He's at the very end. He's the one guy that I know who the hell he was talking about. He doesn't even have a name yet. He's the bad guy.
What?
Maybe Ed Skrein has to be the bad guy. He's the bad guy in everything.
Oh, that is true. All right, so I love the Jurassic Park movies. I think you know that. Mostly.
Well, I don't know if I believe your actual statement on that, but okay. Yeah, you love Jurassic Park 1.
I do love Jurassic Park 1. I like 2. I like 3. And then the 4, 5, 6 are there. But
exactly. So how do you love the movies if you only like the first 2?
Well, I also like the animated series, Camp Cretaceous.
Well, that makes up for all of it.
And then Chaos Theory is them a little bit older. I didn't watch that one yet with the kids, but I mean, you know, I just love the premise, the entire premise of like bringing the dinosaurs back. And so I got to say, I'm definitely going to see this movie. 100%.
Well, they got your money.
100% not in theater. Yes, I'll watch it, but I'm not in a hurry. Hopefully, come on, please prove me wrong. Make this like the next original Jurassic Park that's just mind-blowingly amazing. We know it's not going to be, though. They said they're looking for the 3 biggest dinosaurs. What? Spinosaurus or T-Rex, the Mosasaur, and then like what? Quetzalcoatlus, the giant pterodactyl, essentially the bird.
Yeah, where its wingspans like fucking 17 feet or some shit.
Oh no, that one was bigger than that. It was huge.
Was it big?
It was huge.
Well, I mean, in the movie, yeah.
But,
basically, they're giraffes with wings. Is what they used to be. Like they're huge, like just fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, they were massive. What are you thinking on this? I give it a 7 out of 10.
Shit, I'm gonna give you a 5. I'm gonna give you a 5 because I do like some of the Jurassic Park stuff. I didn't finish the last one. I do like 1, 2, and 3. I didn't hate 4. 5 is the one I don't really like. So no, I like 1, 2, and 3. I like the one with Blue, but then the one after that where you find out whoever lives in the mansion's bad or something, and they have to release all the dinosaurs from the cages underneath the mansion. I didn't like that one, and I never finished the one after it.
What got me was the ending of that one when the little girl was like, "They're like me."
Oh yeah, she was like fucking trapped.
Because she wasn't the granddaughter. She was the daughter who died, and he recloned her.
Oh yeah, what?
And they're like me, so she released them instead of letting them all suffocate.
Yeah, stupid.
In other words, we need a 3rd movie.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'm really more of a 4 or me for this one. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll watch after I finish the last one at some point. Let's move on to July 11th. Dun, 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 dun. We get Superman. Superman embarks on a journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage along with his human upbringing as Clark Kent. So we're going to get David Corenswet as Clark Kent. We're going to get Rachel Brosnan as Lois Lane. Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. Edie Gethegi as Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific. I've seen him in a few things. He's pretty decent. Nathan Fillion from The Rookie, if you've never seen him in anything else, is Guy Gardner. He's going to be great as Guy Gardner. He's going to kill it. Anthony Garrigan as Rex Mason / Metamorpho. You're going to get some other people from some other stuff like Sarah Sampio and whatnot. We're going to get a lot of people in here, but we're getting the new DCU. EU? Not EU? I don't know exactly what they're calling it. David Corenswet is a big guy. I think he's like 6'3" or something. I read something today where Frank Grillo, who from Creature Commandos is playing his live action part in this for a minute, said that because he's like, I'm 5'8" or something like that, and David came out from behind a curtain with the suit on. He's like, holy shit, this guy's big. He's like, this dude is Superman. He said Henry Cavill was gifted with being a good looking dude and being in shape. He said, but this guy here has a stoic Christopher Reeve-ness about him.
Oh.
So, yeah. I mean,
so
Frank Grillo don't bullshit people. He's like a real dude's dude. So
this is going to be a whole different feel to Superman.
I think it is. I've heard that this is going to be kind of maybe an atomic age or something. It's going to be like new but retro or something. Kind of what they're doing with Fantastic Four. Right. I have a feeling we're going to get the same type of feel in both those movies. James Gunn doing it. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm fucking Jones for this movie. I know it's tepid for a lot of people around. Nobody's like really like, oh my God, because we've restarted, failed so many times. We're still getting more fucking Batman movies, whatever.
In our lifetime alone, how many Superman have we seen? How many Batman have we seen?
In our lifetime or just completely?
Just in ours.
Well, like
honestly, the
live
best
action,
probably
like
the best
6,
Superman,
maybe?
The best live action Superman I can think of. Yeah, Henry Cavill was really good, but the dude who just did him in Superman and Lois, the CW series, was actually
the werewolf guy.
Yeah, it was insanely good.
Tyler Hoxton or something?
Yes.
Tyler Hoxton, yeah.
I gotta admit, I actually really liked him.
I just saw the scene where he flies against Lex Luthor's suit.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and I was like,
okay, let me recap. If he had better CGI in a movie setting, I think he would have done awesome. The CW can only go so far.
I don't know. I like Dean Cain. I wish Dean Cain would have got a better suit.
I wish Dean Cain would have had better writers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of Superman that have just been bit in the ass by the production that they're in. I liked Brandon Routh. I loved Superman Returns.
Oh, I did. I
loved that shit. That movie, people hated it.
Do you think there's a curse on Superman like there's on Joker?
Nah.
You know what I mean? So. Like the people who play him end up failing. Well, Joker ends up dying, but
Christopher Reeve's the only person that
broke his neck.
Yeah. And he still went on for a while. He still did other things.
Yeah, well, yeah,
So,
yeah.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to say 9, 10. I'm Jones for this. What about you?
I give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm
Really?
excited for it. Big thing for me is James Gunn did phenomenal work with the MCU, and then he did phenomenal work with like Peacemaker, and as you said, the Creature Commandos is great.
Well, and I saw Corn and Sweat and some other stuff too, and he was fucking awesome.
I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do with the DCU. So is it DCU now or DCEU?
Dude, I don't even know. I keep reading different things.
So as the flagship live action movie to the DCU, I got to give it a shot. I got to give it a fair. I'll probably go to theaters for this one. Just give it a fair shot.
And I feel like he's going all in on Kryptonians here because, you know, in 2026 we're getting Supergirl.
Yep.
She's supposed to show up in here too.
And the best part is we're not getting an origin story.
No, he's already there.
He's pulling a Spider-Man. It's already done.
I think people have learned their lessons with these origin stories as far as live action goes.
Yeah.
Is
there any origin story that's well known that you would not have a problem seeing again? I mean, I got one in mind, and that's because the one origin story we saw wasn't done very well.
I don't know, man.
That's right, Green Lantern. I agree. I do it.
Which one?
The Ryan Reynolds.
No, that Hal Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant like which one didn't do well. I didn't mind that movie, but they could have done so much better with the origin story, so much better with the backstory of, you know, dude who just gave you a ring. Like, yeah, we can see
they went for the laughs instead.
But on one more note of the Superman movie, Anthony Carrigan, you know, that's the guy who plays Victor Zsasz in Gotham.
He's good.
Absurdly creepy.
He was just on Barry.
Oh, really?
Barry. Yeah.
He's a great actor. I'm really excited for that one.
He does this voice, you'll know.
Yeah.
It's this weird fucking voice he does. Like Russian or something, but not really. I don't know. Oh, and yeah, Millie Alcock is the one's going to play. She is going to have a cameo. She was in House of Dragon.
Okay.
She's playing, you know, Kara Zor-El.
And Michaela Hoover as Cat Grant. Yeah,
this movie here, you're getting members of all these other different areas, or not members, but all these different characters from all around the DCU. Like, it's not just, it's like, this is like a movie introducing a shit ton of people.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Authority's going to be there. Supergirl's going to show up.
They're bringing in some of the
Maxwell Lord,
lesser known comic book characters that did have big parts, more than just Jimmy Olsen.
And even though Alan Tudyk does do the voice of Phosphorus in Creature Commandos, he's going to be in this as well. I think maybe even since he might be playing Clayface or something. I think they maybe even said last week, so maybe I forgot to update this. Yes, I mean, he does voices and shit. I can see him doing a Clayface. I mean,
all right. Moving into July the 18th, we're going to have a classic resurge on us. Do you know what that is?
Resurge?
Yeah.
Dang, it surged again?
It's a resurgence. It's coming back.
Okay, you said resurge, not resurgence.
I don't give a shit. All right.
I know you know about this movie.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. The possible remake sequel thing.
They're not completely clear on what it's going to be.
Another one that we have the most amazing description imaginable. A group of friends are terrorized by a stalker who knows about a gruesome incident from their past.
Well, that's what you gotta love about horror movies. You don't need a lot of shit. The complex. There's no divorced dad here. Okay.
Well, actually, I don't know. I've seen Freddie Prinze Jr. in a couple of movies where he was a divorced dad. So, all right. Well, we got Madeline Klein coming in as Julie James. Freddie Prinze Jr. reprising his role as Ray Bronson. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
I read the wrong thing.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is rumored to be reprising her role as Julie James. So what's with Madeline Klein?
Oh, maybe it's going to be her daughter.
Maybe.
That's my guess.
So in other words, that role is unknown for Jennifer Love Hewitt, if she's actually coming back or who she'll be playing, I guess. Nicholas Alexander Chavez as a new character. Jonah Howard King as a new character.
There's going to be a lot of people as new characters.
There's a lot of new characters.
I don't even know who these actors are.
No, we're going to read them all.
Oh, my God. Billy Campbell.
Oh, wow. We just jumped to the bottom. Okay. Billy Campbell has a new character. Directed by Jennifer Caton Robinson and Elisha Christian.
Don't know who they are.
Very little is actually known about this, whether it's a remake, whether it's a sequel.
Filming.
I'm assuming it's going to have to be some type of sequel because all the original characters are coming back. Probably as their original characters, but as like the parents of the new characters that are going to be tortured, maybe. Yeah,
as usual, Scream is popular and Scream is doing good.
Yeah.
So you had Kevin Williamson did the original Scream. He did Scream 2, did some of the stuff for Scream 3. And we ended up with I Know What You Did Last Summer. And I still know what you did last summer. So now that Scream's doing really good again.
And I always know what you do.
Kevin Williamson is coming back. I heard he's doing some writing on this to bring back this franchise too. So again, it's running on the coattails of Scream. And hopefully he does some things a little bit different and a little bit better this time. You know, I'm looking forward to it.
Is Jack Black coming back?
I don't think he can. I don't think he survived that, did he?
Oh, come on. I mean, they brought back Matthew Lillard for Scream.
No, they didn't.
I thought they did.
No.
I thought you said they did.
No, I said that he wants to. They brought back the other guy as a ghost in her mind.
Oh, that's lame. So it's Dexter. Okay, got it.
So, yeah, I'm not even getting into that. We're not at Scream at this point.
All right, look.
What about Sarah Pigeon? I don't know. She's going to be in this too.
My take on this is 5 out of 10. I'm not excited about it, but I'll probably watch it just because I did see the old ones, and I'd like to see where they go with it.
I didn't think the first two were that bad.
I vaguely remember I do remember liking them. I remember the boat and the hook.
Didn't Scary Movie 1 do some... Because I know it was a spoof on Scream, but didn't it do some parts of this where she's like, oh, look, I broke my leg. And then because weren't they in the gym or something? Because that was on a play of this movie.
Yeah.
Ryan Phillippe. And like, yeah, it was.
Scary Movie really played on mostly Scream, but yeah, they definitely went into a lot of this as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we're getting that. You're saying, you said 5. I'm saying 7. I'm going to go 7.
Yeah, 17. We know.
No, I'm going 7.
All right.
Now, you want to talk about a movie I'm excited for. It's probably not this one. We're going to go to July 18th for Smurfs animated.
What?
Yeah, because we haven't had those movies before.
Never.
The new animated musical with Blue Smurfs, because are there other ones? I don't know. Anyway, directed by Chris Miller. The script for this musical Smurf story is written by producer Ann Brady. Pop star Rihanna will take on the role of Smurfette and create and perform her own music for the film. So this is a musical.
Yep.
We're getting Rihanna as Smurfette, Nick Offerman as Papa Smurf, which, I mean, Nick Offerman, he's awesome.
I mean, I can work with Nick Offerman.
Natasha Lyonne's going to smoke another pack of cigarettes and be Grouchy Smurf. J.P. Kerouac is going to be there. Dan Levy, Andy, some of these people I don't know. Nick Kroll. Nick Kroll's fucking hilarious.
Did you read this list before you put it up?
Yeah, James Gordon. Yeah, but I don't remember. You know how many things I put on here?
Look at the next to bottom one.
Kurt Russell as Smurf. I mean, it's possible. Maybe he's...
John Goodman as Smurf.
Maybe there's 2 Smurfs. I don't know. I don't do the casting. Okay, I saw cast somewhere. I copied, I pasted, I put on. Sandra Oh, Smurfette's mom. Am I excited about this movie? About Smurfs singing the entire time? I like the Justin Timberlake song about the one, and that's about it. I'll admit that. This is like a 2 for me. I watched this Smurfs as a kid when I was like 5.
Yeah, big fat 0 for me.
Yeah. Wow. Like your kids aren't even come close to this one.
I could care less about this.
These are devils.
But it looks like we have yet another Hannah Waddingham.
She's in everything now. Well, she's Smurf Blossom, dude. So like, Rocket Girl. You know what I'm saying? Alex Winter. He's cool. I haven't, Bill and Ted. Alex Winter.
Oh, good. James Corden.
Yeah, I don't really care much for him either.
No.
A lot of British people up in here.
It sounds like half of the cast of the Trolls movie just moved over here real quick.
Are they the same?
They might as well be.
I don't know who Matt Landon is as one of the directors either. Never heard of him.
It's like, oh, Brainy Smurf, Clumsy Smurf, Gutsy, Jokey Smurf. Don't these sound a lot like dwarves from another movie?
What CGI is going to be better, though? The dwarf CGI or the Smurf CGI? Why don't we just skip right past this and take a step in the right direction?
All right,
Come on, I said step in the right direction.
July 25th, we're going to jump into, hopefully...
Don't even take me seriously over here.
First steps of the next amazing branch of the MCU. We've got Fantastic Four First Steps in a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic Earth, which immediately makes me think it's going to be a different Earth than what we've seen already. Why not? The Fantastic Four must protect their home from being devoured by the cosmic being Galactus and his enigmatic herald, the Silver Surfer.
I'm saying he does eat their planet, and that's why they got to come to this one.
I'm just amazed that they're going to bring him in right off the bat as the basic bad guy of their first movie.
Dude, they brought in Eternity for Thor 3.
Well, yeah.
And barely did anything with him.
I mean, I'm just glad that from the brief preview that we got from the Comic-Con trailer that he's not going to be a giant cloud.
Didn't we see Living Tribunal somewhere in one of these movies too? Like very, very quickly or briefly or something?
So you saw a statue of the Living Tribunal in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that's what it was just.
And then I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, there was another statue head of it in the Wasteland in Loki.
Yeah, okay.
But we've never actually seen a live action Living Tribunal that I can remember.
Okay.
There was theories that the 3 whatevers from Loki were going to be like a version of the Living Tribunal, but then obviously they went the other way, made them robots and Kang and all that stuff. But
no.
So we got Pedro Pascal coming in as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic himself. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, the amazing Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, the Human Torch.
If he does not grab a guitar and do a Metallica solo, I'm going to be very upset.
Right, I was just going to say, he apparently escaped the Never
the Upside Down.
The Upside Down, yeah.
What a simple name we can't even remember.
Eben Moss Bacharach as
hell yeah.
Ben Grimm. I love how it's Eben Moss. It's very similar to Ebony Moss, the weird no-nose dude from Thanos' little gangbang.
Oh, the Ebony Maw. Maw.
Yeah, close enough. Oh yeah, Ebony Moss brings up sneakers.
This is the guy from The Bear. Cousin from The Bear.
Yes, it is. It is the loudmouth, tall.
And he was in Nosferatu, the show with Zachary Quinto.
Nice. And then we have frickin' Ralph Ineson as Galactus.
His voice, man.
I don't even care if it's 100% CGI. That man's voice alone can give you chills. I'm very, very torn on this one. Julia Garner as Shalabal, also known as the female Silver Surfer. I don't know how I feel about this. She didn't really have a huge part in the comics. I mean, she was around, but the Herald of Galactus had always been the actual Silver Surfer.
He had heralds before him.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you want to go that route, this is probably a different multiverse. But we'll see.
Look, Natasha Lyonne's coming back.
We'll see what happens. Paul Walter Hauser, John frickin' Malkovich, Natasha Lyonne, and Sarah Niles. And then we've also got characters like the Mole Man expected to appear. Robert Downey Jr. is rumored to appear as Victor Von Doom or straight up Dr. Doom in a post-credit scene, but there's absolutely nothing confirmed on that. This is another one of those, I guess we got to wait and see what happens. This is another solid 10 out of 10 for me.
I agree.
It has the potential to be outstanding. It really does. I mean, look at that cast right off the bat. It is an all-star cast. Not that one of them.
No, let's be fair to ourselves and to everybody. When we heard about Pedro Pascal, we were pissed.
Oh yeah, go back to the beginning of this year or last season.
And he still got to prove it to me.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Everybody else I think is great, but he needs to prove it to me.
The fact that he's playing, and they've even said it, he's playing more of the older Reed Richards, more of the. I mean, well, what have we seen so far? We've seen, I can't remember the actor's name.
John Krasinski.
Well, yes, John Krasinski. He played more like the.
I didn't know who you were gonna say. I was just fucking guessing, man.
Well, John Krasinski played the Illuminati style, the very smart, whatever.
Ian Gufford.
What was it?
Ian Gufford.
Ian Gufford. Thank you. He played kind of that family man style.
I thought he was the self-absorbed
Mr.
one.
Fantastic. Well, he was definitely self-absorbed, but I don't know. I just kind of saw him more as the family man style.
And the other one, I don't even
cared about getting married and
the one that nobody ever saw. The horrible, horrible, horrible one. Who played him in that?
The guy who played the drums in Whiplash.
Oh, Miles Teller.
Yes, that one. No one cared about him.
Yeah,
but no, he played the very young, right out of college style one. If they go the normal route of the different moods, you could say, of Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal should play more of the grumpy, asshole type Mr. Fantastic. The I'm smarter than you. So we'll see. We'll see if he does.
Think he's going to slap Sue Richards? He does in the comics.
She's going to go invisible, but he's going to start slapping anyways.
Damn you, woman, I'm busy. Just cracks her. Now, we don't condone violence of that nature.
No, but in the comics...
he straight slapped her in the comics that one time. He just, cracked her, hard.
He was an ass in the comics. Or he could be. So we'll see. We'll see if that's what we get or not. Yeah, I'm very excited for this
10 out of 10. Hell yeah.
So it wraps up July.
So we can roll on into August and get naked. Because August 1st, baby, the Naked Gun.
What?
The plot centers around Frank Drebin Jr., who takes on a new adventure filled with humor, action, and the classic slapstick style of the franchise that it's known for. Liam Neeson, Frank Drebin Jr., Pamela Anderson's going to be in this, Paul Walter Hauser, again. Kevin Durant, the basketball player, Danny Houston, he's probably play a bad guy, I'd assume. Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, Busta Rhymes is going to be in this. CCH Pounder, she's no nonsense. She no nonsense. So, yeah, I mean, basically it's just going to be a wacky movie with Liam Neeson, a straight-laced guy like Liam Neeson. Like, I'm sold, like, I am at an 8 for this.
Yeah.
I loved the Naked Gun movies as a child. They were just the right, stupid, dumb, idiotic that a kid just watched people. Like O.J. Simpson, it doesn't matter your opinion. Just seeing him get ran over by the roller, like this shit was hilarious that they did in those movies.
Well, it's like the old Alien, the old Airplane movie with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, it was that same type of stuff.
It's a classic.
Yeah, it's that Mr. Magoo kind of dumb shit.
Don't call me Shirley.
What's your rating on this? What's your excitement level?
For this one, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Because I am genuinely excited. Liam Neeson, same initials as Leslie Nielsen, coming back as the son of Leslie Nielsen.
What's crazy, dude? He's already old as shit. Isn't he like fucking 75 or something?
He's up there. So, I mean, I can't wait to see.
I hope I'm in his shape when I get that age, man.
I cannot wait to see how this one goes. It should be great, but I don't know.
I saw Pam Anderson. She's been rocking some red carpets and stuff lately with no makeup. She's like, yeah, I just, I don't need the shit. It's not really good. Like, this is who I am. I'm just rocking no makeup. So, like, shout out to her. Just like, I don't need Maybelline today.
Well, she's filthy rich and she's packed full of plastic.
I don't know if she is filthy rich. I don't know. She had a lot of marital issues back and forth. I don't know. What else is coming out August 1st?
Well, also coming out on August 1st is another movie that my kids will absolutely take me to see. The Bad Guys 2.
Dude.
5 years after the events of the first film, the bad guys are struggling to find trust and acceptance in their newly minted lives as the good guys. When they're pulled out of retirement and forced to do, quote, one last job by an all-female squad of criminals, the Bad Girls.
It sounds like the Almond and Chipmunks were...
Well, the thing is,
the other ones.
In the Bad Guys, the tarantula is a girl. So did she, like, jump teams, maybe? I don't... But we got
Aquafina does the voice of that. Okay.
Yeah, we got Sam.
I never watched it.
It's not horrible.
I heard it's good.
Yeah. So
I got it confused with Zootopia for a long time, so I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I think they came out like
totally different movies. Sam Rockwell's coming in as Mr. Wolf.
Hell yeah.
Mark Maron as Mr. Snake. Craig Robinson as Mr. Shark. If you don't Craig Robinson, he plays Daryl on The Offense.
He's awesome. Dude.
He is. He's amazing. Anthony Ramos as Mr. Piranha. Aquafina as Miss Tarantula.
He's funny.
Danielle Brooks.
No, don't. Natasha Lyonne. Oh my God. What?
So yeah, Danielle Brooks as Kitty Cat. Natasha Lyonne yet again as Doom. Maria Baklova as Pigtail, Zazie Beetz as Domino. Oh, I'm sorry. Zazie Beetz as Governor Diane Foxington, the Crimson Paw. I don't know. I wonder if she's the one who played her in the first one too. But Richard, what is that? Aoade?
Yeah, sure.
Kool-Aid? I don't.
Oh yeah.
Aioli?
No, fix that wall.
As Professor Marmalade, great actor, great voice actor. I loved him in The IT Crowd. If you've never seen it, another great British comedy you should definitely check out.
I've heard of it.
And Lily Singh as Tiffany Fluffit, and Alex Borstein as Police Commissioner Misty Luggins. And then we got Jorge R. Gutierrez coming in with a cameo appearance that we don't know what it is yet. Real quick, simple, the bad guys, it's a group of animals. Like, he's literally the big bad wolf from Fairy Tale, Sam Rockwell. They decide they want to steal this. We'll just call
They're going to do a heist.
They're going to do a heist. That's supposed to be cursed. It's impossible. The first movie, they decided to change their ways. So apparently it's not going that well. We'll see what happens. I gave it a 5 out of 10 because it's one of those that I guarantee I'm going to see it quite a few times. The first one I've seen many, many, many times, and it's not that bad.
I will say a 2 or 3 because I've never seen the original, and I don't
get
really
that.
have a reason to see this.
Well, I don't have a reason to see this.
You have kids. You do have a reason.
That's not a reason to see this.
Make them.
Well, yeah, okay. But
So dry your eyes. We're gonna move on to the 6th. Eyes of Wakanda. This is gonna be animated. The mini-series of Black Panther spin-off that follows the adventures of Hatut Zerez, also known as the War Dogs, who are the Wakandan warriors tasked with protecting the kingdom. Probably the ones that just fought the Predator in the comic books. To protect, they have to go retrieve vibranium from all these different places, and they run into a shit ton of enemies.
Somebody didn't pay their loan, and they got to go repossess the vibranium.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of people doing some voices here. I don't really recognize anybody on this list.
Nope,
not one person. I'd love to give you a lot of credit. Well, Winnie Harlow, she's like some famous model or something. I've heard of her, so I take that back. But I don't really know who anybody else is. But there's a lot of people doing a lot of voices in an animated movie. Shoot off. I mean, this could be fun. I'm curious if it's gonna be that what if animation style.
Right.
I'm at a 5.
It does say there's a possible Iron Fist cameo.
Okay, I'll move it to 5.5.
No, I was gonna move it down.
Oh. Well, no, I thought maybe do like an actual,
Yeah, do it right.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 3 because I put this in the exact same boat that I did Ironheart. I'm not excited, but I'm willing to watch it because it's probably going to come into play at some point.
I mean, maybe, but it doesn't say that it's. I mean, there's nobody cast as the main people. Like, there's no Wakandan queen or anything. So.
Right.
Hopefully they'll, if they do pop up, it'll be real quick or just
maybe it's like Rogue One and they just all die.
Well, there's a thought. Did you see the end of Rogue One where Vader shows up and people are doing it to Thunderstruck by AC/DC?
And
my God.
It works disturbingly
well. I love AC/DC, favorite band of all time. And the fact that they did that with Darth Vader.
It wasn't Thunderstruck though. It was,
was it Hell's Bells?
Yes. Thank you. Because it starts out with the dong.
Yeah, okay. My mistake.
And then, like, they can't get the door. Oh, my word. It was so good. It was so well
somebody out there, do it to Thunderstruck as well, please. Because I think it would be still awesome.
I'll do it when I get home.
Let's roll on here.
All right, rolling into November. Yeah, November. Moving into August 15th, we got Nobody 2. Sequel to the action film Nobody, the plot continues to follow Hutch Mansell, played by Bob Odenkirk, or Saul from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Your seemingly ordinary suburban dad with a deadly past. After thwarting a home invasion, Hutch is pulled back into his violent past, setting off a chain of events that unravels secrets about his wife Becky's past and his own.
That's what piques my interest. It's not really about his past; it's about her past.
I don't know. So we got Bob Odenkirk coming in as Hutch Mansell. We got Connie Nielsen as Becca Mansell. We have RZA.
It's RZA.
RZA.
It's RZA. You don't know the rapper RZA?
I don't want to know the rapper.
The Wu-Tang Clan? Go get out of here, man.
Sorry.
It's the man with the iron fist, RZA.
We have RZA as Harry Mansell.
You ever get that new 26-inch RZA TV? The color is crisp.
Christopher Lloyd as David Mansell. Michael Ironside as Eddie Williams.
Real quick. Michael Ironside, man.
Dude.
What's going on? Like, I don't know if he has a thyroid thing, man, but like, dude, he was a force back in the day and like some good movies in the 80s. But I'm curious about his health, man. Hopefully he's doing better.
You mean Die Hard?
What?
Wait, no. He wasn't Die Hard. Never mind.
No, he was in Highlander too.
Or yeah, that's
Terminator Salvation. He was the guy yelling on the submarine. He was in Scanners.
Oh.
Who'd you think I was talking about? Jeremy Irons.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, they're all metal. Speaking of stuff that's not metal, how about Colin Salmon as the barber? Okay. Yeah, there's other people in this. Sharon Stone? What? She's still around? Oh, Colin Hanks? Right on. Chris Pine? McKenna Grace? People just put names on this. They don't even have character. Just put names on here.
Long story short, had a good first movie. And by good, I mean it was decent. And by decent, I mean...
It was okay.
I give this a 4 out of 10. I think it would be a good background, like a side monitor movie that you don't really have to pay attention to.
I'll give it a 5 only because it's not really, like I already said, it's about more like maybe about his wife and stuff. And I'm curious with this cast, like, is Sharon Stone there? We're getting Christopher Lloyd, which is different. Like,
yeah,
maybe they can just beef up the pace a little bit. The last one was just kind of slow and quiet. There wasn't a lot of, I don't remember a lot of music. Like, I need some music going on in a movie to get me in this.
Yeah, you gotta have that ambient.
I could be wrong. There could be like a huge score to this, but I don't even remember a score. So, yeah, a 5.
No, I don't remember either now. Jeez.
Yeah. On the 29th, we're getting Insidious: The Bleeding World. Plot details are under wraps, but we're Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne, Ty Simpkins, Lee Wanhell, and Angus Sampson are all coming back from the franchise. I thought this franchise was done with the last one, where they went to college. It was kind of like Leprechaun in space, only Insidious in college. Yeah, I just watched Leprechaun in space. What the? You want a sci-fi movie, buddy? In space. There you go.
A buddy of mine was saying he's on night shift at work. And he was saying how he's out of movies to watch. He's out of shows to watch. Man, he's going to wait and catch up on Silo when the season's over. And same with Severance when it comes out. And I'm like, Alien Hunt. He's like...
And then watch DNA.
He literally wrote it down. He's like, oh, check this out. I'm like, poor soul.
Yeah, so we're getting I don't know if this is going to be the end of it or if this is going to kick off a new Insidious, like, quadrilogy or trilogy. But... I assume we're going to get some more crazy demons from the dark area of the shadows. So that's happening. I'm going to give this... Now, I didn't really care much for the last one. I was very disappointed in the last one. Skeleton Key before was okay. Shit, I'm going to give this one... Fuck, I hate to say because I do like the first 2 movies. I'm going to give it like only a 6, though.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because...
I was pushing that into your head. Do you know what I gave it?
What?
0.
You're not watching this.
I have no intention of watching this.
That's okay. That's fine.
I have no intention.
That's for the horror fans out there.
At all. And watching this or...
The next one in September?
The next one coming on September 5th, The Conjuring: Last Rites.
Hey, but this is the final one, man.
In this chilling conclusion, Ed and Lorraine Warren take on one last terrifying case involving mysterious entities they must confront.
We should have just taken that one and put it up with Insidious and just switch the names of the characters. Patrick Wilson in this one, Patrick Wilson in this one.
Oh, like the monkey in that other one.
Yeah,
the twins.
Well, I mean, James Wan did both of them. He created both these universes, so
okay, well,
it's expected.
All right, we got Vera Farmiga as Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren, Ben Hardy as Tony Spera, and Mia Tomlinson as Judy Warren. Yeah, big old 0 for me. This is one of those horror movies I have no desire to watch.
Well, for me, it is at a 7.5, 8, only because this is the conclusion.
You think they're going to go all out?
I think James Wan and whoever's actually directing this, I think they're going to bring their A game. I think that they know the last one didn't do that well. They waited a little period of time before The Devil Made Me Do It to get to this one. So, and they haven't really said this is based on a certain event. Like all the other ones are based on some pseudo realistic, maybe it happened, didn't happen story. This one, we don't know. We don't know, like, is it going to be the nun? Because that demon's supposed to be taken care of and done with. Like, who is the villain here? Like, we don't know. We've already done the Annabelle shit. I think there's so much unknown right here, and it's been a while. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for this one. Let's talk about a sports horror film called Him coming out on the 19th. It's directed by Justin Tipping and written by Zach Akers and Skip Bronke. I mean, that's a well-known crew. Promising young football player joins an isolated compound to train under a legendary quarterback who is about to retire. As the young athlete gets immersed in an intense training regimen, he is drawn into a chilling journey that explores the dark side of fame, power, and the pursuit of excellence. The pursuit. Marlon Wayans, Tyreek Withers, Julia Fox. Now, I know who Marlon Wayans is. Jim Jeffries. He's a good, funny dude. Yeah. I'm intrigued by this. Remember there was a movie about wrestling with Channing Tatum and the guy from The Office. I'm curious if this is going to be similar to that. Like, it was called Fox something. I don't know. I never watched it. But Marlon Wayans playing probably like a bad, creepy old quarterback.
Which guy from The Office?
Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking
Fox. But it just seems like this might be a psychological thing. But I don't know. I'm at a 5, 6 on this one because it's something different. You don't really hear much of. You don't get a lot of horror movies that have to deal with sports.
No,
They're usually
really
like,
don't.
you know, the rookie fucking Disney movies or, you know, Field of Dreams or something like that, you know, so I'm intrigued. I'm not going to go to the theaters to see it, but I will check it out on streaming whenever it drops. What about you? Is that a 0 you're holding up?
It's a big old 0, yeah.
That's a big old 0 there. Well, you got to be excited for the next one then. And maybe even the next one.
The next one is a movie that nobody asked for. It's one that nobody wanted, and it's one that's probably not going to make sense because the guy died like 8 movies ago.
No, this is a sequel to the prequel. They did a prequel. The last one was a prequel where he first starts his shit.
We are looking at Saw 11.
They say plot unknown, but if Tobin Bell's in it, then, you know.
Saw number 11 coming out on September 26th. Plot unknown, but come on. I bet you any money he makes some fancy traps to kill people.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Tobin Bell as a confirmed cast member. I like that. Costas Mandylor reprising their role as Mark Hoffman, Shawnee Smith as Amanda, and other cast members yet to be confirmed.
I mean, this is like early. I mean, yeah.
So what that means is cannon fodder. They're all going to die.
No, these are the people that throughout the series helped do the murders.
Is it though?
Yeah, they are. Did you watch the series?
I saw the first 3 and said I'm done.
Okay, well, you're going to say that you're at a 0.
Okay, listen.
I'm going to say I'm at a 7.
The first one, amazing. I love the entire idea behind it. I thought it was really well done. It was one of those mind-bending movies. The second one, okay. It said they're in a house this time.
Are you going to go through 10 of these?
The third one was just gore fest, and then it went, in my opinion, downhill from there.
Well, yeah, that's what they are. They're about blood and guts.
Yeah, after the second one. The first 2 I thought were actually well done. So no, big old 0 for me.
We'll leave Saw behind until we know more about it, and we'll move on to the 26th called The Bride! ! I guess that's the official title. You got to have that in there. A lonely Frankenstein, played by Christian Bale, travels to the 1930s Chicago to seek the aid of Dr. Euphronius, played by Peter Skarsgård, in creating a companion for himself. Together, they reanimate a murdered young woman, giving birth to the bride, played by Jessie Buckley. However, the bride turns out to be beyond what either of them intended, igniting combustible romance, attracting police attention, and sparking a wild and radical social movement. That part intrigues me. I'm not sure what that means. But you're getting Penelope Cruz, Christian Bale, Jessie Buckley, Peter Sarsgaard, Annette Bening's up in this piece, Juliana Ho, the country singer, or Huff. Is it Huff? I think it's Huff. Juliana Huff, John Magaro, Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be appearing. I mean, you got some people. So, I mean, hell, the thing is for me that it's got to be in the 30s. At least it's not in the Victorian era. You know, I'm getting
right.
Because I just watched Mary O'Reilly with John Malkovich and Julia Roberts, which is basically Jekyll and Hyde. And it was set in that, you know, Jack the Ripper era. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is so boring. I don't know how many times we need another Frankenstein movie, but this one's The Bride. And we haven't had a lot of Bride movies to go that direction. So I'm a little bit intrigued. It's got a decent cast to it. I'm going to say 7 for me. I just hope it's not boring as shit.
All right.
What about you?
I give it a 3.
A 3. Well, it's not a 0.
Because I feel like it could be good. It does look like it could be interesting. I mean, I like Frankenstein.
Okay. Well, then why don't you tell me what is happening in the fantastic month of October?
October 10th, Tron Ares. The only reason I sigh is because it's Jared Leto giving yet another shot at being the main character in something.
Well, what's the plot of this?
Well, directed by Joachim Ronegg, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Tron Ares follows a highly sophisticated program called Ares, who is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission, marking humankind's first encounter with AI beings.
So they're saving money for CGI by putting it in the real world. Okay, all right.
We've got Jared Leto as Ares, Evan Peters as Julian Dillinger, Greta Lee as Eve Kim, Jodie Turner-Smith, Cameron Monahan, Sarah Desjardins, Hassan Minjah, Minaj.
Arturo Castro.
I can't pronounce half these names.
Gillian Anderson.
I can do Gillian Anderson. And Jeff Bridges. Okay.
I'm going to interject to say I'm at a 3 on this, only because Jared Leto's not been living up to his potential lately, and I'm not a fan of Evan Peters.
All right, so I'm at a 3 on this as well because I'm sick of Jared Leto trying. He makes me nervous. He's trying to be the main character, and everything he's tried to be the main character and so far has failed miserably.
Yeah, he's not picking his stuff very well. Well, maybe they'll do better on the 17th with The Black Phone 2. In this sequel, we're going to get Finney and his sister Gwen, played by Madeline McGraw, are still grappling with the traumatic events of the first movie. However, they soon find themselves drawn back into the dark world of the Grabber, who has returned with more sinister plans. Did you watch The Black Phone?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You're going to get Mason Thames. For that name before.
Yeah.
Hey, the kid's a decent actor. I saw him in this, and now I know who the hell he is. I didn't know who he was until now. Madeline McGraw, Ethan Hawke, Jeremy Davies, Miguel Cazares. Yeah, so we're going to get some other people in this. So you didn't see the first one. So basically, Ethan Hawke is the grabber. He grabs these kids. He takes them down to the basement. He lets them down there for a while, and then he kills them. So he gets this kid, Mason Thames, down in there. Mason Thames starts seeing the ghosts of the dead kids, and there's a phone hanging on the wall that rings, and when he picks it up, the voices are talking to him and shit, and they help him escape, and somehow his sister's like psychic and can like connect where he is or something. So they're going to continue that.
Okay.
It was a different horror movie. It was weirdly paced. It was dark, but yet...
That was the first one.
Yeah. So I did like the first one. I gave the first one a 7 out of 10. So I would say my excitement for this one is a 7 out of 10, hoping that they expand it even more. Ethan Hawke played a really good fucking sicko serial killer.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucked, man. Just fucked in the head. So yeah. And so what do you think after hearing all that, my spiel? What do you give it?
I'll give it a 2.
A 2?
I'll give it a 2.
Okay.
I mean, so
it did well.
From what I could see, like just the poster, stuff like that, it looked like almost a supernatural thrower or something. I don't know. I mean, it kind of is, but like the fact that it's a different take on like a serial killer like that, okay, it does sound interesting.
Well, what about the next thing? Are you interested in that? Let's find out. Tell us about it and all that.
Well, October 24th, we've got Carl Urban.
Carl Urban.
Mortal Kombat 2. The plot will follow the aftermath of the film's first events, with characters like Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban, Sonya Blade, Liu Kang, and Scorpion returning to face new threats. Film will introduce new characters such as Shao Kahn and Sindel, expanding the story and setting the stage for future installments.
So real quick before we go through the cast. So I'm watching the last part that came out of Cobra Kai, and there's this dude, and I'm like, I know where he's from. I can't tell, but this dude's a real asshole. And then when I was doing this, I was like, who the hell is Louis Tan? And I was like, oh, that's the dude. So this guy's also in Cobra Kai as well.
Okay. So yeah, Louis Tan as Cool Young, Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, Stupid Jessica McNamee, Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, Mehcad Brooks as Jackson Briggs.
So all the people that played the people in the first movie are back.
Tadanabu Asano as Riot. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, they all came back. They're all coming back. Yeah. See, everybody's back.
Yeah, they're all coming back. We'll just go. Yeah, I like that. That.
Everybody's back.
So I'm giving Mortal Kombat flip my page here, a 6 out of 10. And my notes on why just say Carl Urban. Yeah,
so I'm hoping Carl Urban does for me in this movie. I hope he takes away the bad taste I had of the last movie.
Yeah.
The movie was like really, it was gory. It was like the video games. It was cool. The Cole Young thing pissed me off.
Yeah.
I was like, you get Mortal Kombat Trilogy. You got like 30 characters there that you can choose from, but we're just going to pick a random new guy. And it just pissed me off. So
it was like that random character select where you unlock somebody that you have no idea who he is from another game. So, I agree.
So I'm going to give it a 6 because even though Carl Urban's there, I'm still weary that it's going to be a sequel. I give it a 6 because of Carl Urban.
Yeah. So that is going to wrap up October.
Yeah, not a whole lot. We're getting to some slim pickings here.
We are. Well, and we're getting into the area where a lot less is known.
Yeah, so we'll fly through some of these a little bit. November starting on the 14th, you get Now You See Me 3, the Magic movie with Jesse Eisenberg and Mark Ruffalo and Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco.
What's it about?
It's about magicians doing magical heists.
Wow, tell me the plot.
Plot unknown.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of people from the first couple movies back.
We do have Isla Fisher coming back.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I do like her. She's a good actress.
Morgan Freeman's supposed to show back up. Daniel Radcliffe's supposed to be there. Rosamund Pike. I mean, it's been a while. I like the first two movies.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this one a 7.
So I give it a 7 because I thoroughly enjoyed the first movie. The second movie was really good. Not amazing, but it was really good. But with the cast returning, I'm hoping for another solid adventure of the whole mind-bending, the mind-bendingness of magic.
You haven't seen Jesse Eisenberg really do anything lately, so... I mean, I'm sure he has. I just haven't paid attention.
After he bombed as Lex Luthor, I think he kind of disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah, he should just never taken that role.
No,
that's it's partly on him.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
He should have just known better. Anyway, I'm excited for the next one, so go ahead. Because you get to say it.
All right. Well, the next one we have coming on November 21st, The Running Man, set in 2025. So cool. Next year. Again.
I mean, technically, maybe they'll change that.
A game show called The Running Man has people chased by murderous hunters across the world to win money. What if next year they actually
The Running Man?
It's like North Korea presents.
Did you ever watch The Running Man with Schwarzenegger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a movie.
I gave this a Glenn Powell coming in as Ben Richards instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Katie O'Brien as a contestant. Daniel Ezra, Carl Glusman, Josh Brolin rocking in as the show's producer.
He plays Dan Killian.
Yes.
He plays like the guy that like the announcer dude. Like he's the dude.
Yeah.
He's the game show host.
He is President Snow of the Hunger Games. He is like the one in charge.
Or he was Thanos too.
Well, yeah, there's that too. Snapping his fingers didn't work, so he's like, I'm gonna make y'all run. We got Lee Pace as a hunter. We got Jamie Lawson as Ben's wife. Michael Cera, a rebel who tries to help Ben. Amelia Jones and William H. Macy.
William H. Macy, dude. Come on. This cast is pretty decent. This is decent gas right here.
So William H. Macy almost got eaten in the second Jurassic Park. But I do like him. Okay, so he's
awesome on Shameless.
So my thing with The Running Man is I very clearly remember watching this when I was a lot younger with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I loved it. I thought it was
it's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies ever. Ever.
I know I've used this word a lot in this episode, but I feel like it truly has potential to be amazing.
I hope they learn from the mistake of the Colin Farrell Total Recall.
Yes.
Debacle.
I'm hoping. I was going to bring that up. I'm hoping this doesn't follow that same route, that they actually do it correctly.
Yeah. Katie O'Brien has been on the rise. She's great. Glenn Powell's been killing it lately. Josh Brolin, we know, is solid. Lee Pace on Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure he's in Lord of the Rings as well.
Now, is this just a full-on reboot, or is it
It's a remake.
Okay.
It's a remake, yeah.
I didn't know if they were trying to pull like a sequel with different people, or if it's just a full-blown... We're retelling the story.
Yeah, we're just going to redo it. Okay. Now, generally, yeah, I know. Michael, you're being a hypocrite here, but like that came out, 1987 or some shit? Like, it's been a minute. We can upgrade the technology, the special effects. When you watch some of the Dynamo, when his car like gets flipped over onto the and then he's trying to force himself on what's-her-face in the hallway by the fucking drinking fountain, oh my god.
Yeah,
we can update those things now, make him a little bit better. And Glenn Powell, I could see him as a wisecracking dude who can beat the fuck out of somebody. He looks like he should. Let's show him not just be a pretty boy. Let's show this guy be gritty. Ben Richards is an ex-military guy who gets framed for fucking murdering people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm game for this. I think, I don't know who the director is. I don't know where they're at in production, but I'm game for it.
You going to the theaters?
That is a possibility.
Okay.
That's how excited I am for this. I'm going to see Fantastic Four. I am going to see Superman. I might see The Running Man.
6 out of 10. What'd you give it?
I'm going to give this... I'm going to go 9 out of 10 on this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm super Jones for this. I love The Running Man, and I love this cast.
Yeah, it does have pretty
It's not a bunch of nobodies.
Casting. Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on to December. To December 5th, we got Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Plot currently unknown, but Josh Hutcherson said he is coming back as Mike Schmidt. There is talks that Matthew Lillard's character is not completely dead, or somehow he's going to supernaturally come back from the first one.
Yeah, I did see he was on the casting on IMDb.
Was he? Okay. Yeah, I didn't get anything
but
from
that could
IMDb,
even be just a flashback. You have no idea.
Yeah.
I never saw the first one.
It was surprisingly better than I thought it was.
I did hear good things about it, though.
Yeah. My excitement level is a 7.
Mine is currently at a 0, simply because I want to watch the first one to give my my judgment on what I think about this one, or what I think I'm going to think about this one.
Not much more to say about that.
No.
Move on.
The last one I have for December, December 19th, is another movie I could give two shits less about. We've got Avatar, Fire and Ash.
You're about to get my first 0. I'm going to say it right now.
Not the little bald kid bending air.
No.
This
isn't Aang.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the third Pocahontas in space. Okay, we got
Did they not obtain the unobtainium yet?
It's unobtainable. We got Jake Sully by Sam Worthington. We've got, what is it? Natiri by Zoe Saldana. And they now have a family. And they've joined the clan of giant blue people.
Oh.
The story is going to delve deeper into the world of Pandora. Did you have AI write this? Because I know ChatGPT loves the word delve and dive.
It might have. I don't know. Awesome.
Then we have Sigourney Weaver.
Bing's good, man. I like Copilot.
Sigourney Weaver as Kiri, Stephen Lang as Colonel Miles Quaritch.
I do like Stephen Lang now. My that dude's goo.
And then
like the only character I care about.
And then a whole bunch of people. Yeah,
Falco's in this?
I'm sorry, I don't have the heart or the give a shits to read through all of this. I don't.
Oh, I just saw Edie Falco. I was like, wow, she's still kicking around.
It's directed by James Cameron.
Oh, shocker.
Okay, look, big old 0 out of 10 for me. You already said 0 out of 10. I only ever saw the first Avatar movie.
That's all I saw, and I gave up after that.
And not in one sitting.
I fell asleep like 2 or 3 times, bro.
I saw it the whole way through, I think, but it was in pieces over like years. I don't care. I really don't. I didn't like it. The
only scene I like in the entire movie is where Stephen Lang there's the helicopter type deal is down. There's gas everywhere. He doesn't have a mask on. He rips like a door open, grabs one of his soldiers out and puts like a mask on him. And I was like, oh, that dude's a bad that dude's tough as shit.
That's right. They can't breathe the air or whatever.
Yeah, like he was like, okay, I'm 0.
Big old 0. Big 0.
Don't care. Double 0.
My 0 is bigger than Sam Worthington's.
This thing's going to make more zeros than we're ever going to see somehow, which really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a story about giant green people.
Oh, okay.
And they're on
to a new world.
They're on a planet.
Oh.
Where they're trying to get easily obtainium.
Easotanium?
Yeah.
So let's talk about some unknown release dates. You had one that I didn't get on the list, so go ahead. What was that one? We didn't know, but it is supposedly coming out this year.
Am I allowed to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Alien.
Alien Earth.
Alien Earth is scheduled as of now. All I could find was summer 2025. So I'm guessing June, July-ish. We'll see. I don't know. 10 out of 10 for me. I'm super excited about it. You know, I love the franchise. It's going to take place. I read it was like 30 years before.
It's before some things. I don't want to. We've already went through this 100 times.
It takes place before the events of the first Alien movie, but I think it was like 30 years after Prometheus.
I don't know. I just said I'm not getting into it again. I'm not even going to talk about that time.
Let me Google this. Hold on.
Oh my God. I don't care.
But yeah, so apparently we're going to have aliens on Earth. I don't know.
Give me your rating.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to go 6 out of 10.
I will find it and send it to you. Somebody did the face hugger, the chest burster, the xenomorph, and then the queen xenomorph in the form of Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
And weirdly, it looked really good.
Nice. So this is what's going to happen here. So I'm going to go through these one by one. I'm going to say what they are. You're going to say 1 out of 10, and I'm going to say 1 out of 10. And then we're going to move on to the next one.
Okay, good. Okay. We're near in 4 hours.
All right, so
I do not want to edit all this.
All right, Star Trek, Starfleet Academy.
Oh, we're starting. Okay.
Yes.
Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. I'm going to give that a 4. I'm going to give it a shot, But apparently after Brave New World or whatever it's called.
Strange New Worlds.
That.
Okay, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. X-Men 97 Season 2.
10. I'm excited.
10 for me as well. Wonder Man. The Marvel MCU Wonder Man.
6.
6. I'll agree. 6. Andor Season 2.
-2.
I'm just going to go with 0.
Yeah, 0.
Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
6.
6. Okay, I'm going to go 7 on that.
Okay.
Marvel Zombies.
7.
I agree. Gen V Season 2.
Sure, 9.
9. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Wheel of Time Season 3.
I'm gonna have to go with a 3 because I have
That's fine.
Wheel of Time on my watch list, but I haven't gotten to it yet. But I know I'm gonna enjoy it.
All right, I'm going to give that an 8 for me.
Okay.
Last of Us Season 2.
8.
8. I'm going to go 8 as well. Peacemaker Season 2, though Season 1 is not fully canon, gun said.
Doesn't matter. 10.
I'll give it an 8. Scary Movie sequel. We're getting one of those.
Yeah, 8. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a fucking 8.
Those are good
dude.
movies.
Yeah. Because the Wayans are involved.
Yeah.
The Witcher Season 4. Final season.
4.
4. I'm going to give it a 5.
4 is just because I'm gonna finish the series, but
This is currently out now, but I'm going to say it anyway. Outlander Season 8.
0.
0. I'm in the middle of it, so I'm just going to say 7. Dexter Resurrection.
Hell no.
Did you watch the trailer for that at all?
No, but I did watch the Dexter season, whatever you want to call it, the standalone, and I they should have left it. I thought that was a good ending to the overall everything because everybody knows the last season of the original series was horrible the way it ended. Driving his boat into the storm. I didn't like it. I remember. I didn't like it at all. But I liked how this one ended. Leave it alone.
So what did you give it?
I give it a 4. I'll watch it.
Okay, I won't give it an 8 because I love Dexter. Stranger Things Season 5.
10.
10. I'm going to give it a 9.
10.
So and that's it. That's 2025. That's the only shit you need to watch in 2025. Or that means you have to watch Avatar. These are the big things that are supposedly coming out this year. I apologize if I'm off by a day or they up it a week and I didn't know. Whatever.
Yeah, well. Okay, most important question of all of this. What are you looking forward to the absolute most?
Fantastic Four and then Superman.
Okay.
And Running Man. Those 3 are my 3 biggest ones I'm looking forward to.
All right. I was going to say Fantastic Four and Alien Earth.
Yeah. Oh, and X-Men. But some of those, I don't know. Some of the ones with no dates could be pushed like into the next year. So. Whoa. Hold on. Final score. Lions 34, Packers 31. Let's go Lions, baby.
They won?
They won. Oh. Yes! 12-1, baby.
0.
I don't know what's going on in your time, but in my time, I'm going to ride this high, and they're at 12-1.
0 out of 10.
For what, Lions?
Yeah. All right. My last question for you. One of the most important questions of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
What would you cast Adam Sandler in? Of all of the movies and TV shows we just discussed.
Avatar, Ash, and whatever it was called, and he accidentally hits a button that explodes the entire world and ends it, and then looks back at the explosion, shrugs his shoulders, and goes, meh. It just keeps on flying his spaceship away.
I would, like 5 minutes into the movie, yeah, I'd watch it.
Just fucking done. Credits roll, 6 minutes in. It's fucking over. Stop making them.
Not Adam Sandler as Happy Gilmore again.
No, I think that's 2026.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I did not think it was going to be that long, but hey, everybody.
Dude, yeah.
Thanks for listening this long if you did. We appreciate it.
Yeah, after everything that we've gone through, there's at least one thing I think everybody's going to like this year.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of kids' movies, couple comic book movies. Horror movies might take a dip this year. I don't know. I got a bad feeling.
If you get nothing else out of this episode, Severance Season 2. Just go watch it.
Yeah, go watch Silo, man. Go. If you get anything from this, get outside your comfort zone. Stop watching whatever you watch for the 5th time. I'm not saying don't watch it ever, but try something different. Try one full episode of something.
I'm going to give Star Trek a shot. And maybe even Avatar.
No, you're not.
Not the blue Avatar.
Oh,
not the blue Avatar. The little kids that like throw fire at each other and kill each other.
It's a good show. Good martial arts, man. Good show. All right, let's get out of here, man. Let's wrap this up. Please. I got to work tomorrow. I clocked out with 39 hours today, man.
Oh, my word.
I got 2 days to go.
All right, so we are going to get out of here. But on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe. Throw a comment down below.
Button.
Okay, we would love to get some comments. All three of those things actually drive our metrics up a lot and really, really help us get seen by other people. So please, if you listen to us, if you somehow got to this part of the podcast,
thank you.
Thank you. And please hit all three of them for us. If you're on Spotify or iTunes or any of those other streaming platforms,
whatever you can do to whatever they're like.
Yeah, if there's
do that.
Like or a favorite or a comment, throw something on there for us.
Yeah, go to our Instagram, go to our X page, go to Facebook, just search Tree of Geek. You'll find us. Drop us a comment about the latest episode or something you want to hear.
Absolutely.
Give us some interaction.
Yep, and if you're really liking what you're hearing and you want to support us in the new year, give us a shot at, making this more of a full-time thing, and you do want to see us do some movie reactions and all that fun jazz on Patreon, subscribe.
Well, not jazz. Patreon. I don't like jazz, but we'll do fun metal.
Jump on over to patreon.com/treeofgeek. $5 a month. You can sign up to join our Patreon where you'll get to get some inside information on upcoming episodes as well as behind the scenes pictures, vote on surveys and whatnot on upcoming episodes as well. Get your voice heard. You can talk directly with us. And this year, 2025, we will be trying to get some more content up on Patreon to make it more worth your time. Be it short movie reactions or who knows what. Maybe we'll live stream us at a Comic-Con this year. I don't know. Let's find out. $5 a month, you can support us, and believe me, it will help. This is not cheap. This is not easy, but we make do, and we want to keep bringing this stuff to you.
The only cheap and easy is me, man. That's it.
So we're going to get the hell out of here. For the Tree of Geek, this is Josh saying take care, everybody, and welcome to Season 3.
This is Michael, known as the H-Train. I'm going to roll back into the station. Before I do that, I'm going to give you one last announcement. Be kind to your neighbor. Be kind to that guy that's angry at the office today. Maybe he's having a bad day. Help him out a little bit. Help her out a little bit. Love your neighbor, man. And I'm going to go back in right now in the dark, shadowy, spider-filled station. A chug. A chug. Steal my thunder here. That's fine.
Well, you didn't say it.
Well, no, because you're sitting there rambling on about meth.
No.